What's going on, y'all? Happy Saturday as usual. And mammies, make sure you got your location on so you can find where that Dusty is to see if he's telling you the truth about where he went this Saturday evening. Make sure that you keep your notifications on because we got to know where the dust is in Mammyville. And like Poison Kiss say, I hope all of y'all are having a dust free weekend. Let's do some shout outs. Miss Love is here. Jennifer's here. And of course, Poison Kiss is here. LJ Beautiful Gorgeous is here. Never seen you, but I'm glad to have you. Princess Peach is here. You used to play Mario Brothers, didn't you? Corey Hager's here. Tiger Lily is in the building. The truth is the truth regardless, which is a fact, and she's also here. Trinity Love is here and up here. Hey, May May, Miss K, Blue Lives Matter. Yes, they do. Shout out to Derek Chauvin. Okay. Satin Doll is here. Yandra's here. Mimi's here. Jada Swirls is here. Marlo is here. And hey, Sean Q. Now, you already know the spiel. This particular live is not my live. This is your live. I'm going to be interacting with the comment section. But first, before we do that shit, let me ask a question. Courtney says, any men calling in? Maybe, but we gonna see what's up. Because today is 50% off. The smoke is 50% off if you need it. What I've been noticing, because I'm a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere, is that Black women, we don't know how to stay in our lane a lot. And when we perceive other people to be in quote unquote our lane, we get offended. Then we start revising history. Then we start saying, I was here first. Then the name calling starts, and it's just a fucked up blur. But I have taken some of the sub shade that I noticed this past week, and I'm going to go ahead and address it. I don't do public beef, so no names will be called. No worries. But before we do that, I want to review a video and see if any of this applies to us. So let me share a screen. If it applies to somebody that watches you but can't stop watching you for some odd reason. We negative over here. We are negative over here. I don't care if you think that, it's on you. Why you're still here, I don't know. That's going to be something between you and you. Let's see what this man has to say.
7 reasons people dislike you for no reason. Why do people choose to dislike a person for no reason? I mean, what on earth can be responsible for that? Well, we have the same question on our minds. James Redfield, an American author, lecturer, and screenwriter, his explanation for why people dislike people is because they feel threatened by that person. According to him, when we dislike someone or feel threatened by someone, the natural tendency is to focus on something we dislike about the person, something that irritates us. Unfortunately, when we do this, instead of seeing the deeper beauty of the person and giving them energy, we take away and do them harm. All they know is that they suddenly feel less beautiful and less confident, and it is because we snapped their energy. So, the question now is, if people dislike us for no reason because they feel threatened by us, what makes them feel threatened in the first place? In this video, we will be sharing with you 7 reasons people dislike you for no reason. If you're new here, consider subscribing so that you would miss other interesting videos like this. 1. You remind them of their failures.
Let's unpack that. You remind them of their failures. Let me tell you something. The majority of women that don't like me, let me back up a little bit. I am here to help women get to safety from Blackistan, from the Dusty who commits the most heinous things onto the Black woman. Yes, yes. So if you come over here, but every night, once you log off, you sitting on a black dick, you got a dilemma. You got a dilemma. You remind them of their failures. What you failed to do, especially if that Dusty is treating you like shit, is get off that shit log. That's number 1. So somebody that speaks like me, it's going to trigger you a little bit. And I'm going to link in the description box when we get off of here instructions on how to unsubscribe. If you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know why you come here and let me trigger you 2 times a week. 2 times a week. But I know the majority of you are the people that I told in the beginning of this live to keep your notifications on. You don't know where your Dusty is. You saw some suspicious shit this week. How do I know? Because that's the nature of being a goddamn Dusty. Okay, let's go on to number 2.
Imagine if you once had a problem of overeating, excessive drinking, toxic relationships, and the likes. Eventually, you choose to become responsible for yourself and everything that happens to you. As a result, you grew strong enough to overcome the challenge and the problem you once had, say obesity in this case. People might dislike you for it. You're wondering why, right? Look at it this way. You both wore the same shoes originally, and then you were able to overcome that challenge, leaving them to deal endlessly with theirs because they have tried.
You can overcome your challenge too. Just back up from Blackistan. It's that simple, but keep going.
Severally and failed, they realize how difficult it can be. So seeing you every time or just thinking about you constantly reminds them of their failure. They result in disliking you instead of learning from you. 2. You have risen above them.
Now, there is no way that could be your issue with me, that I've risen above you, not on YouTube, because you only know me from YouTube. But what this one means to me and you, Mammy, is the fact that the people over here were able to say, no more. I'm done with Dusties. I don't want to fuck with none of them. You know it's a good decision, because Dusties are dangerous. That's an undisputable fact. Dusties are dangerous, and the people over here are completely done with them. The fact that you aren't done with them, that means we've risen above you. See, what you're trying to do is straddle the fence and make sure Dusties still have a little, not much smoke for you, but just a tad bit smoke, so you can look like you're trying to help black women when you're not. When you're not. We're gonna get through this, and then the real smoke is coming. Come on.
Say you used to be on the same level with someone and then you moved higher. Say you got promoted or you pushed yourself hard enough to achieve a course. Now, because the people you left behind start feeling left out and trapped at their level of experience, they may begin to dislike you for it. They want you to remain at the same level because it is difficult to accept your new improvement. However, remember Zig Ziglar's saying that don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people have is when they take a bite out of you. 3. They have nothing better to do with their lives.
Ooh, did that hurt, Mammy? Did it hit you right in your BLM fist?
I'm
Did,
screaming.
did it hurt? You have nothing better to do. You sure enough hate what we talk about. Hate that we don't want your sons. Hate that we don't want your brother. Hate that we just done all together. And since you have nothing better to do until Tyrone gets arrested and make his bond, is to fuck with women that have risen above your bullshit.
I can't.
I'm of I am of the opinion that you'll get there, but in the meantime, try not to be triggered. Try your best not to call others bitter. Try your best not to point fingers over here because you don't got shit else to do. I'm surprised, I'll just say, at the people that come over here and hate, but then go over where Kevin Samuels is and don't hate when he talking mad shit about you to your face. All right? You have nothing better to do until Dusty gets in trouble, no matter the relation.
Besides surfing the internet, flipping through their social media feeds from one app to another, doing nothing but stalking people on social media and dropping hateful comments on blogs and YouTube videos, they do not have anything else to spend their time on. Doing these things give them that momentary sense of purpose and achievement in life. For instance, when you come across certain comments on a person's YouTube page, you'll be shocked at how people leave hateful comments for someone they don't even know. I once saw a person's comment on YouTube saying, when a person asks for a thumb up on their video, I give them a thumbs down instead.
Let's talk about that. When I set up this live, I set it up 4 hours in advance on purpose. Not knowing what I was getting ready to talk about, you came and thumbs my video down. Girl, or whatever you identify as. What that lets me know is that what I say twice a week, it resonates with you in one way or the other. You either feel hit with a stone or you're like, who this bitch thinks she is. In order to put a thumbs down on somebody's video when they haven't opened their mouth yet, you told all your business. Let's go.
Now, imagine such a statement. Perhaps they don't even dislike you because it is you, but because hating people has become a lifestyle for them. All you can do is to wish them the best in life and move on to a good place in your life, instead of wondering and disturbing yourself about why they dislike you. 4. You have something that they don't have.
And in this case, you know what I have that you don't have? The freedom to say what the fuck I want to say about Dusties. You know it's true, but you can't go to your channel and say that. It's not good for branding. It's not good for the couple of Dusties that frequent your shit. It's not. It's just not good. And on top of that, after that, you sitting on dusty dicks at night, so you don't have the freedom that I have. You don't. I'm gonna tell you when you get there though, because you'll get there. It feels fucking wonderful.
And some people realize that life can be unfair and some people may have certain things while others won't. They become jealous of those people that have the nice things in life. And if you are one of those, they'll dislike you for no reason. Maybe they even want the things you have and don't quite know how they can achieve those things. They'll begin to dislike you for it. In some other case, when they can't figure out why they lack the things they lack or how they can get the things they lack, it makes them angry And to help them cope with frustration, they resort to hate because they think the only way they can
Who that bitch thinks she is? I bet she fat as fuck. I bet she's single as fuck, just making shit up because you don't want us talking about your sons.
deal with their feelings of inferiority, low self worth, and inadequacies is to dislike you for having something that they want but don't know how to get. 5. You remind them of themselves. One of the
I remind you who you are and what you could be. Nobody knows what goes on in everybody's life behind these channels. I mean, they could tell you what's going on, but you have no verification in certain instances. But I remind you that there's a better way to do this, even if it's just simply walking away from Blackistan. I provide the link every motherfucking live, and you never come up. Or you come up and troll instead of having a conversation. But anyway, we almost done.
the best defense mechanisms the mind uses to help people deny their flaws is to blame someone else for them. So they project their flaws on you to make them look flawless. 6. They think you don't deserve goodness.
She is a self hater. She's a coon and a bedwench. Why are people even listening to her? Girl, it's only a few people over here. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't get your gonorrhea star crunch pussy all bunched up for a little group of women. You say we insignificant, let us be insignificant.
You know, some people look at the things you have, say your career, your family and friends, your fame and the likes, and think that you don't deserve those good things. Most times they see things only from the surface level. They don't care about your hard work, sacrifices, and the struggles you go through to achieve the things you now have. They don't even care about how you dealt with your fears and worries as well. All they care about is that why do you have those good things when they don't even have them? 7. They need to put someone down to feel good about themselves.
That was the last one. They need to put someone down to feel good about themselves. Dusties aren't humans, so they don't count in this situation. They're insignificant. You come and put us down simply for trying to do better. And that's you take it as a personal offense that a black woman would want to be better because my designation and your designation is supposed to be us fighting to the death for a Dusty. And the fact that I refuse to do that shit with you, it bothers you. And you're quite, to keep it real, you're quite confused as to how I got there. But if you stick around, we're gonna get there. Let me bring Daisy up here. Daisy, you came to get some smoke?
No, I can't give some.
Listen, I've been around YouTube for years, and what black women have mastered is subshade. Subshade. And if you slip up and say anybody's name, they'll flag you for bullying. So the subshade is kind of necessary. But give me some smoke, please.
Okay, first I want to ask a question because I've been thinking about making a YouTube channel but keeping it secret because these mammies, I feel like they getting worse and worse as time go on. Like they just
They
be
are.
pulling shit out of their ass. I be like, bro, what? Like I told my sister what one of my brothers did to me. You know what this bitch gonna say? Well, it happened to him. That's why he did it to you. And then at the same breath gonna tell me I'm obsessed with white men. No, bitch. I'm obsessed with not giving these dusty ass men some access to me. You need to be too.
Right.
Honey, it's a very, very, very covert. There's several type of mammies, right? They'll come up complimenting first to see if they can manipulate you. Once they find out that you can't be manipulated, here come the straw man arguments almost immediately. And if y'all wondering what's going on back there, that's part of the reason your community looked the way it looked. You around here videotaping, putting box braids in your son's hair. That's part of it. Stop coddling them. But there were some things that I saw, and I'm gonna hit every last one of these bullet points. Why are y'all so negative? That's one of the questions that I saw. Like I said, if putting ourselves first and getting away from Blackistan is negative, it ain't us that's the problem. It's you, sis. What's up, Divested OG? What do you think about what I just said?
It's true. I have a very personal attachment to these
these points because I got that shade from my entire family. Entire family. Um, and I understand, mammies, it's hard. It is hard to let go. But once you let go, you're free.
Putting yourself first in Blackistan is an act of aggression, ladies. That's why they can't get along. And by the way, the people that throw shade on their platforms, it's room for all of us, right? You can't say that we're negative and then in the same breath say that you created the lane. So did you create a negative lane? You're going to have to reconcile that shit. If you created the lane and then the lane is negative, then our negativity is your fault. Okay? The second bullet point I want to hit is how long y'all going to talk about Dusties? Bitch, as long as the weatherman talk about hurricanes. That's how long. That's how long. It's on you, Trinity.
Yeah, definitely. Like, my thing is this with a lot of the women in this space is that we all have similar talking points. Like, any, black woman who is in this space, we all have similar talking points. But a lot of these women don't like divestors because we aren't, we're not sitting up here sitting on shit logs. um and that's what they don't like about us. It's like we have similar talking points. Like, you have the same talking points as me, but the difference is you go home to a Dusty, you know what I'm saying, because he's sitting on your couch, and they just don't like us for that. Like, I mean, it's just like, how are you having the same talking points as us, but you still deal with them, but you're mad because we don't deal with them? Like, I mean, that's just what we need to break down tonight. Like, I don't get that part, but
You see what Claire just put up there? She says, Dusties need to stop talking about us. Well, when it comes to a mammy, that's just locker room talk. Us, we putting negative energy in the air. When the dudes do it, it's just because they frustrated. They have all this shit going on, and it's just boys kicking it, men kicking it, locker room talk.
yeah, they
But
can never do anything wrong.
but if we say it, we got
Okay.
childhood trauma. We got all kind of shit going on. We just mad that we didn't get picked. Hey, Lexus Exodus, how are you, baby? Thank you for bringing your cute ass over here. Don't hate on the dude box set either. His box break set, Lexus. I know you are highly jealous of
I'm
that.
screaming.
Another point I saw in these YouTube streets the other day. I thought that you was divested. You no longer give a fuck about the black community, right? Well, let me give you this pointer. I care about black women. That's a fact. I do. To a fault at some point. But I won't mule for them. Once I recognize that ain't no helping, I'm going to keep it moving. But if I care about black women, that does not mean I have to care about the Dusties. I'm sorry. There's no way you're going to flip psychology that bullshit and make it to where you call it the black community. I've never said I gave a fuck about the black community. I give a fuck about black women, especially ones that want to get away from motherfuckers like you. L.
Jealous is some jealous hoes in our town. Oh,
Oh,
D.
baby.
That's all I got to say. These hoes is jealous and mad because they can't be and do what the fuck they really want to do. And then they still hold and own by the fucking skin of their teeth for a good black man.
I
That's
think I
why they
see
so
one in
mad.
that chair up there. Is that going to be a good black man in a chair?
Girl, that's
Yeah,
pussy
girl.
training. Shit.
I'm dead. Bussy training. That is just so.
That's a
Oh,
young king right there. That's a king.
Bussy
Kane.
boot camp. Bussy
Oh,
boot camp. That's what mammies are running. Bussy boot camp. I cannot.
Girl.
Um,
I can't with
y'all.
you guys.
The other bullet point that I saw in these streets with these corny ass bitches. Where are the solutions? Girl, the first thing I said on this channel was a solution, and that was get your ass away from Dusty's, i.e., BM. The reason you say I'm not giving solutions is because you don't like the solution that I gave. Let's just keep it all the way real. You don't like the solution that I gave, so therefore I'm not giving solutions. Shame on you, bitch. You
They
ought to
want
be
to change
ashamed.
them.
Go ahead, Trinity.
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I was just saying that they want to change them. That's what a lot of these women in these YouTube streets, that's their goal, is to have these dusties change. And that's why they are frustrated with us, because they want us to mule and make sure that these dusties change. That's all they really want. So,
Unapologetic. What you got? Because I know you fixing to make me scream. Don't make me have to
I
edit
ain't
this
got no
video.
comment. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Because you know good and damn well I'm going to have to edit this shit if you open your mouth.
No comment.
Hmm.
Y'all know how I feel. Like at this point, I could just sit up here and not say nothing, and everybody would just be able to read my mind. So
Next bullet point. What nigga hurt you? Now, sis, you know good and damn well I've never had a shit log enter my body for any amount of time. What you mean? What do you mean? I have never voluntarily had sex with a dusty. Knock it all the way off. And that question is very, very insidious if you ask me. I mean, what do you mean? All of us have been hurt by someone, and usually, bitch, it was a black male. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And
You know,
last,
I tell them all of them. DZ, I tell them all of them.
they hurt my eyes when I
When they
look
be
at
like,
them.
"Oh, who hurt you?" I be like, "Shit, all them hoes, cause they all fucked up." Now what? Shit.
am I the only one who think he looks like what's his name? Little X Nas, whatever his name is. He looks just
Um,
like him.
I don't know what he looks like that, to tell you the truth, because his motherfucking ass always got some shit going on. So I don't know what he looked like for real. I'll take your word for it though. Daisy, why you keep falling off, sis? Let me put you back up here.
I feel like, why the
Thank
hell,
you.
as a boy, do you want some fucking box braids? That's just dumb
Well,
and feminine. Why do you, as a boy,
I told you, bus in training.
why you want some
She
box
catering to
braids?
her king right now.
Girl, that
She
shit's
looks like
silly.
that
They
lady from
annoying.
Gone. She looks like Hattie McDaniel from Gone with the Wind.
girl,
Don't ever.
girl.
I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh my god, that is
This is how she
hilarious.
would treat her husband if the Dusty stayed.
Not hilarious.
She says she got 4 kids, and I'm gonna
She
just leave
needs to
that
do
right
her
there.
own hair. I don't know what them little ponytails is.
Miss
Next bullet
Scarlet,
point.
Miss Scarlet.
Mm-mm.
Next bullet point. You guys are nothing but female versions of the manosphere. And
Okay. You
And
want a cookie?
and so
and
They can do it. Go complain about the niggas. I almost said the hard R just then. Go complain about them talking shit about us all day in and day out. When you start complaining about that, then we might consider your opinion. Until then, keep sucking
I got that
disgusting
brush.
black peen.
if we were female manosphere, which I honestly don't feel like we are because we don't have any bodies up under our belt over here. The manosphere does. The manosphere got women threatening to commit suicide and changing their ways and going natural and trying to listen. We not the manosphere, and nobody over here is a fucking swirl cell. Those niggas' dicks is dry,
Period.
absolutely dry. So the fact that you compared us to them is funny, but if we were, so what? They've been doing this shit for over a decade, and I honestly think you owe me some gratitude for going at them for you while you over there pretending like leveling up is going to help you from getting beat by a Dusty. So I'll wait for the gratitude. And why is it that my shit is not so extremist, quote unquote, when I'm roasting a Dusty that just fucked one of y'all up? You only like to hear my rhetoric when you're currently upset with a Dusty, when you just broke up with him, you saw some crazy shit on the news. That's when my shit is not so fucking extreme. So like I said, you and the rest of you that think the same way owe us some gratitude. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Please don't, because we're the only ones that's keeping them at bay halfway. You trying to be diplomatic is not helping. They still on your ass. You feel me? So I'll wait for the gratitude. The sub shade needs to stop. Okay, because if we start that shit up, the girls on this panel already know what it is. And I'm not getting ready to do that with y'all. Anyway, it's on you, Trinity.
Not the silk press. Somebody said not the silk press. Um. Okay, just skip me real quick.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be going to this comment section. If you got any questions or smoke, now is the time. I've never done this shit before, so this ought to be interesting.
What you eat?
Twizzlers, my
Right?
bad.
Oh yes, give me some.
My bad. Let me swallow. Let me go ahead and swallow real quick.
Okay, I got my train of thought back.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Okay, so my thing is this: when people compare us to the manosphere and all those other black male content creators, it's just like at this point y'all aren't really hearing us, y'all aren't hearing the message. When we talk about the things we're talking about, you cannot compare it to what they're talking about. When black men get on the internet, they're talking about hair weaves, wigs, our attitude, how we're aggressive, how nobody sees us as desirable. When we have conversations about them, we're not out here dragging their hair, talking about how they wear their hair and stuff like that. We're talking about how they are abusive and how anti-black they are, and how the black love rhetoric is performative. That's what we're talking about. Like I just don't like it when people compare us to them, because it's like you're being dishonest. It's like you're not even hearing what we're actually saying. You know what I'm saying? So
I get
it's
you.
not the same. You just don't like the fact that we don't like them. That's why you're comparing us to them, because you know that they don't like black women, yet you're still over there listening to them. That just shows that you're a mammy.
Period. And we're not
Speaking of
killing.
weave, those pigtails are not doing it.
I said
Hattie,
that.
Hattie, and those pigtails. No. And what is she
You
doing
just
to his head?
Listen, though,
somebody said in the comment section that if it was her 18-year-old daughter, she probably put her ass out, and that's a fact.
she
Yeah.
probably
I
did.
was just gonna say that. She
Her
probably wouldn't even do her
her name
hair or
Hattie
none of that.
McDaniel. Her name Hattie McDaniel. His name Sweet Jones.
Or baby boy.
Girl,
Nah,
Joey.
This the
that he.
warrior
That was
class
her
right
I
here.
call him Sweet Jones because his ass looks sweet already.
Bussy in training.
She
But see,
really giving this boy box braids. Box
right.
But
She
braids.
why
wouldn't even
do
be
you
this
want
gentle with
box
her
braids
daughter.
though? I'm confused. I don't. I'm a grown ass woman. I don't even want no damn box braids. Why you want box braids as a boy though? Like that's just. I don't.
It's probably, nail polish emoji. He probably that.
Well,
Girl, I told you
they're
his
in the
name is Sweet Jones.
they're in the process of switching roles. The roles have been reversed for so long till looking at something like that, it don't even look weird to me anymore. She said she had 4 kids. If she got 4 boys, I apologize, but I guarantee you her daughter walking around looking toe up, okay? But she getting this motherfucker straight. I can guarantee you that if she has a daughter, her daughter is around here looking like she need to be in that seat instead of him.
yeah, she's preening him like a freaking girl. Take him to a barber.
Right. Look
A
how
barber.
gentle she's being with him.
She do have him looking feminine, and that's another thing that black men make me laugh about. They say how they don't like to come out the closet because black women are so homophobic. Black women are the most accepting in the black community.
Ain't they though?
No,
Like
it's these niggas that are homophobic.
Black
They
men
hate that
are
they're
very
gay. Like they hate
Hate
that
that
other
they're
niggas
gay.
is outing them. Like that's what they hate.
Patricia
I seen
says
this one.
Patricia
My
says if
bad.
wearing lipstick and talking polite will get you a good black man, the mammies would be happily married by now. Thank you. Because they know how to act when it comes to them. They have been ride or die. I saw in the comment section, and then I'm gonna let you go, Daisy. I saw in the comment section on Instagram where this Asian guy was telling this dude, this Dusty, y'all coming up on a day where you're not gonna have these women. Y'all have the most loyal women. He basically told him, "Fuck you and go eat rice." Dead ass serious.
wow.
Dead ass serious. Everybody else can see the shit except for them. But anyway, go ahead, Daisy.
I was gonna say it was this viral video on TikTok of this gay dude like mocking the fact that he be flirting with girls, low down boyfriends in school, and I'm like, black dudes so homophobic because they gay themselves. They hate the fact that they want to bend over.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's on you, divested OG. And then after that, I'm gonna answer some questions in the chat box.
I don't understand all the sexual orientation confusion. And so, yeah, that's the last commenter. There's something definitely to that because I've been noticing. I mean, they go hard after these transvestites, killing them. I mean, what are you? Is it because you don't know what you are?
You
Is
breaking
that
up,
why you're
boo.
going to kill somebody?
You broke up at the end. Say that again.
They don't know what they are. Why are they killing these trans people?
I
Why?
don't know. I don't know what the
To
numbers
keep a
are.
secret.
I don't know what the numbers are, but the shit is kind of iffy to me. But we all know that black men are the gayest men on the planet. We know that. Gen Pop, in the dominant society, 2% of their men are gay. Over on this side, it's 5%. So that's more than double. It's more than double. So yeah, y'all got the most effeminate men on the planet, and this type of shit ain't helping. Somebody should be teaching this motherfucker how to change some oil, brake pads, fix a sink, a radiator, something. But instead, he getting box braids. Do you hear me?
I
He needs to
mean,
learn how
Pussy
to
Boy
put
and the
on a
She made a
condom.
whole movie. Like he made a whole movie about it. So
Put on a condom. They need to teach him that too.
They ain't gonna do that shit.
They can't put
Vet,
on the condom because they put on the condom, they can't trap you.
yeah, Vetted says they only kill them when the people will find out that who they are. Yeah, that's correct. But we already know who they are. Honestly, we know who they are, and if you're in denial, you're in denial. And that's another reason a lot of black women don't like this particular platform because they got a lot of those people in their life. I see them doing videos together and all kind of shit, going to their platforms, all kind of shit. Okay, I'm trying to keep the shade low, but hey, yep, we already know. Of course, it says they want you to propose. Who, goddess? Oh, okay. You're basically saying black women need to propose to black men. Yeah, we got enough receipts on that shit too. Also, another point I wanted to bring up. Have y'all noticed, and you can jump in at any time, that y'all remember that story where the little girl from Costco was so called being treated like a slave, so on and so forth? They investigated and found nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Those same people that did videos about that family, putting all their shit on blast and being falsely accused or whatever, didn't do videos about polite. That's still mammying. You jumping on a news story that you think is popular, but didn't say anything about polite. And I'm sure that they'll hide behind the fact that they're trying to save black girls, but polite's victim was a black girl too. Anyways, let me keep going.
they
See
don't
what's
give a
up
fuck
in.
about us.
They
Our
don't.
misery is like it's like I say all the time. There is money in demeaning and downing black women. Like your trauma and tears don't matter to them. It's just another way for them to make money.
Ray says, was that true? The girl from Costco? I always wish a white family would adopt my black ass.
No, literally.
I don't know, but apparently we're gonna see some receipts soon. And in the middle of presenting the receipts, we're gonna hear a whole bunch of what the fudge type shit. So we're gonna see. But for right now, the authorities say that there was nothing going on. Okay.
I'm trying to figure
Also,
out how they jumped.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out how they jumped to that conclusion just by seeing her in Costco's. Like, I don't
The
even know how they go from A to B. She was eating.
I don't know. I don't trust that lady that did the video because after the people went and checked on her and they didn't find any evidence of abuse, you did your job. If you was just being genuine, that's fine. I appreciate that. But once they said they didn't find anything, your job is done, baby girl. You need to walk away. And I honestly think she's doing that for internet fame at this point because it's blowing up. All you have to do is put in white people and slave, and the black community gonna come swarming around because they feel like they can finally blame somebody for some shit.
They want the face of our victimhood, the face of our perpetrators to be white people and
Yeah.
basically deflect from the black male population.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Kaiva said, not one word. No, it would be one thing if you did the video on the white folks treating a black girl wrong, but it's been what 2.5 weeks that polite situation been out, and I haven't seen anything about that. So if you care about black girls, something's not adding up to me.
What I don't understand is why the care for black girls is also performative for black women in the community. I mean, I can got the guys, all they care about is their penis. They don't give a fuck. But black women in the community, they have performative care for black girls too. And I don't understand that.
Chocolate Goddess says, and they
Easy,
claim
there's
to
a
be
question.
okay. Let me scroll down, see if I can find it. You know, string arms be acting a damn
It's
fool.
I can tell you. It says this from Freedom is Gold. I want me to read it.
Go ahead, babe.
At Divested Zealot, I just want to know why you call black women. Yeah, there it is. Black
Go
woman
ahead.
mammy, because mammy was serving the white man massa, but not the black man, so it don't make sense. Girl,
Finally, some real smoke showed up. I was amongst friends until she showed up. Finally, some smoke. Okay. This is why black women that cater and coddle and march and protect and feed black men are mammies. It's because back in the day, what did the original mammy do? She fought for the family, cleaned for the family, cooked for them, coddled them, and all that shit. Well, it appears that when those jobs dried up, you mammies took on the mantle, but this time you're doing it for black men. And sometimes it's not even for your children. So, yeah, that's why we call black women that coddle black men mammies. I hope that answers your question. So let me keep going because it's smoke motherfucking day.
can you call in? I would like her to come up here. I just want to
Oh,
hear what she has to say. Really,
you want to come up? Let me go ahead and give you the link. Because as promised, this is smoke day. Grab your blunt, your vape, or whatever. And there's the link. Enter.
That would be interesting if they came up.
Yeah, because I want to hear context. I want to hear the intention and all that shit. Click the link. I'm watching for you in the background. In the meantime, I'm going to read some more questions. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, I was just going to say, I still want to figure out the psychology of this undying loyalty that these women have for black men. Because like I said, I was not raised by a mammy. So I don't understand that, level of needing to be with someone because they're black and male and they don't have to be anything else. As long as they're black and a male, that's all that, is important apparently in this community. So I just want to know the psychology behind that. So I would love for that person to come up and explain.
That's
Could
what
I
I
say
mean.
something on that too?
Yeah.
I grew up, I was raised by a mammy, but I honestly could not explain to you moments where I was taught how to be a mammy. Like, even though it was unspoken, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, my mama never actually taught me how to be a mammy, but I knew it was what I was supposed to do. Like, I knew
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be with the black man. I knew it was okay for my brothers to go out and do A, B, Z, but I knew for a fact that if I did it, I was gonna be out there on the streets on my ass. It's like it was very unspoken, but I knew what I could and could not do, quote unquote, before I realized it was fuck them. But I don't know. It was just unspoken. It's like I felt like this shit is born in us. Like
It is. It's
I don't
second nature. You ever seen a little toddler that haven't learned how to walk yet, but they keep pulling up on the couch, and every now and then they'll take a step or two and fall on their ass? They know that they see you walking, so they're trying to do what you're doing. Yeah, we pretty much get it from our environment and the black women that are around us how to be mammies. You don't even need a tutorial because there's so many of them.
All right,
My
but
world. What's up?
I'm not saying, but I also feel like
Hey,
being
can you hear me?
divested.
Yeah, I'm gonna call on you next once she finish.
Also, I also
Oh,
feel
sorry.
like
Okay.
being divested is something that you should be born with too. Because even in my pro black days, I used to be one of those mammies who thought it was just the knickknacks in my neighborhood that was dumb and goofy. But when I grew up and started to explore the world, I'm like, oh no, these dudes goofy everywhere. And so it was an instant switch in me to realize that if I wanted anything out of life romantically and providing and protection, I couldn't do it with these knickknacks. So I
Hmm.
grew up being the mammy. But when I realized what I wanted in life and I knew they couldn't give it to me, it was so easy to just switch bait and toss them to the side. And
Hmm.
so it's mind boggling to me how, even though I know these women are conditioned to be this way, I still don't understand how at a certain point they say enough is enough. You can't give me what I want, because black women are very clear about what they want and they know these men aren't going to give it to them, yet they don't make that switch. And I'm not trying to talk down on them, but I just don't understand how they can go against their biological need to survive.
Girl, it's a phenomenon actually, and you was right to ask that. It's a phenomenon. You just second nature. Second nature. The majority of us were mammies back in the day because it's second nature. It's on you, my world.
Hey, DZ. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
I just found your hey, I just found your channel a couple of weeks ago when the real popular channel went silent or black or whatever you want to call it. I had to find some new divested content,
Mhm.
and I found you and I found Alex. I know she's in here somewhere, Lex. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much. I have a divested channel too. You know, it deals with divestment and hypergamy. But I'm just so glad to find someone who can be honest. Now, on my channel, I show my face, and I live in the hood, so I can't be too, you know what I mean?
I understand.
As you know, have as much zeal as you. Right? Yeah, because somebody
Yeah,
might
be
pop up like
careful with
some of
that
the
because these
videos y'all will
niggas are
show.
nuts. Be careful with
Yeah,
that because
I
these
know.
niggas
I know.
are okay.
I live. Yeah, I live in it. Trust me. I know. I'm just waiting for it to get dark. No searching your guns. But anyway, I'm glad I found your channel. Somebody that can just be very honest about the state of, you know, Black America. And I just love your content. You have me laughing. You have me rolling. Um, LX, the other one, I love her, you know,
Alexis
the art
Exes.
that she does with the facts. And yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if I can say her name or not because I don't want to get, you know, your channel in trouble or anything. But I just want to tell you thank you so much. I'm glad you've been divested for as long as you have. I think I first started dating interracially in high school. But unlike you, I didn't have the wisdom to stay away from them altogether, you know. And it's as a result, my life is the way, you know, that's the way why it looks the way it does. But I just enjoy your content, and I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you do because there are women out there who love it, who, you know, I feel like I I feel like when you said earlier that there's room for everybody, everybody
Your
can
mic,
divest in their own way.
your mic is messing up just a tad bit. Do me a favor, go out and come back in, okay?
Okay, sure thing. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. There's a question on the banner. It says, I recently started listening to your channel. I admit I agree with your perspectives. My question is, what if we actually have a good black husband who provides everything? Okay, that's a very good question. You could be an ally. Boom, just like that. Just like anybody else that wants to help black women who are divested, who have turned their back on the quote unquote community, you can be an ally. It's certain things because you have, or you know, what you're saying is a unicorn that you wouldn't be able to understand for somebody that does not deal with black men at all. So an ally is a good spot too. Shit, I love allies. That's what's up.
Hey y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey DZ, I love your channel. Oh my God. I feel like I came in at the right time that this lady just left this comment because I too am married to a black man and I love y'all's content because let me tell y'all, like even people that me and my husband grew up with, we grew up in the burbs, and a lot of them are dusty. Like they're
Yeah,
not
all of them are
married.
dusty. This
They're
I'd say that all of them are dusty is because people like you will come up and give them hope that they can find what you found.
No, I
And
don't. I tell people about your channel. I
Oh,
tell
okay. I
people,
don't want these girls thinking
no,
that they out there because they
no, they're not.
mm-mm.
Like, they're not. And I know that because of the simple fact that we are in our 30s and none of like the black guys that we know are married. None of them. Like, they're not. They don't have the values that I feel like a lot of black women are looking for. And I just don't, and I get it because I used to be a mammy. And it's weird because I feel like my husband kind of pushed me into divested because he don't really fuck with niggas like that. Like, and he kind of pulled me out of that. Like, hey, don't be out here marching for anybody. Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, and I just wanted to call and say that I love the content. I try my hardest to, steer a lot of my still single and waiting friends towards divestment because I'm like, they literally will look at us like, oh, I want black love, and I'm like, girl, stop.
I
Stop.
feel you, and I appreciate your
Just
your
stop.
input on the channel. I really, really, really do. But like the lady was asking on the banner, she was saying that she has a black husband and so on and so forth, and you guys have found each other, which is wonderful. But with the women that I deal with, they will more than likely, the stats say that they won't find what you found, and hopefully your marriage works out. And I'm rooting for you or what have you, but yeah, I'm sticking with hashtag all. And Michael Watt says, if you're a mixed dude, I'm South Asian and black. Hmm. Okay, if you're mixed, but you are not black adjacent, then maybe. But if you around here SoundCloud rapping and carrying on, then no. We don't want no
Wait,
SoundCloud rappers.
is the dad black? Is the dad black?
Michael Watts, go ahead and put in the comment section. Luna wants to know if your dad is black.
Probably.
I mean, most of them come from black men, because black men date more, but mammies don't want to realize that. I mean, your kings don't even date, whatever.
Yeah, that's the reason why I asked. I don't even bother with biracials with black fathers.
It's not a good idea because they grew up.
Everybody's like, your daddy ain't Dusty.
Because you probably grew up with, he's probably either colorist, or the reason he chose your mama was because he didn't like black women. It wasn't like there was no black women to go around. Black men in the black community are drowning in pussy. Okay, so the fact that he picked your mom, he will probably blame it on the fact that he had access and you can't help who you fall in love with, so on and so forth. So let's go with that same energy. You won't have access to these black women at all, therefore they won't be able to fall in love with you.
And first of all, mammies need to stop coming over to, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to stop coming over here to these divested channels. You need to be going to these black men who are dating out, because for one, there are more black women than black men. So it wouldn't make sense for black men to date out, because for one, most black women will love to be with a black man and love to take care and provide for a black man, because most of these mammies are masculine. They like the masculine position, and dusties are feminine and they like to be taken care of. So that's just a perfect match there. And for two, there's less dusties, so that means that black women will have to divest either way. So
it's a lot of people asking why are women who are married to black men over here. As long as they're not being disruptive, I honestly don't care. Like, as long as they don't, like, she didn't come up here saying, oh, you guys are wrong and the black man is king. Like, she was just like, yeah, I agree with y'all, they ain't shit, but I just happen to be married to a black man. Like, it's not that deep, y'all. Like, just relax. Now, she would have came up here all rah, would have had to been like, no.
Or saying, not all. That right there, those two words together, that get us rolling in the hay.
For me.
She didn't say that, and she didn't say that. I just feel like as long as they not coming up here tripping and talking crazy, don't be so quick to pull the trigger. Just wait a minute. Don't be so quick to talk crazy. Just wait and see what somebody's saying first.
Right.
DZ,
I'm gonna take a vote, y'all. Hold up 1 second. This is a bring the smoke panel. Did y'all want 60 seconds of dust, or can I toss him?
No, please bring them up.
Let me. Yeah. Do it.
Bring them up.
We don't talk. I don't talk to Nick Nas. I'm sorry.
I
Like,
will today.
girl,
I will today.
I can't.
Black Jesus make one false move, and I'm gonna throw your
This nigga is
motherfucking
here
ass.
every fucking
What's
live.
happening,
Bro,
ladies
get
and
a
gentlemen? How
life.
y'all doing?
Good.
We're doing great. What about you?
I'm doing all right. I'm always hanging in there. So, I saw the smoke, so I had to come up.
Oh my
You
God.
better be
Um,
glad it's smoke day because you know what it is over here. You come over here every time.
Sir,
Take
before you
advantage
get
of smoke
started,
day.
so
please have
the
proper
only,
notes and please be able to adequately express yourselves without getting an attitude and throwing a Tyrone tantrum, please.
no problem, no problem. I'm gonna be as respectful as possible.
You're gonna be
So
respectful, I promise.
just hanging in there. So here's one thing that I really don't understand about you ladies. All right,
Oh Lord.
you don't like black men. I think that's quite obvious, right? I mean, your channel pretty much
Facts.
gives it away.
Glad
So
you-
why do you
Facts.
keep talking about us? Why don't you
That's the
find
manosphere why they talk about us.
why don't you find other? This is not about the manosphere. This is about your channel.
Oh my
We
God.
Why
all
don't
right. So since they
Wait
can
a
sit on
minute, y'all.
YouTube and
Wait
do
a
it all
minute,
day,
y'all.
guess what? We can too.
Hold
Why
up
don't
one
you?
second. You're gonna
Okay.
have to let us answer the question. Now, you said if we don't like black men, you know what? It's been a long time since I talked to a black man, but listen. The reason we talk about black men is the same reason a doctor talks about diabetes, the same reason a weatherman talks about hurricane, and an Italian talks about pizza. Anything else?
Well, see, if you're trying to help black women, this is not the way to go about it, right? Because it seems to me
What?
that you keep talking about black men because you wanted a black man, couldn't
Calm
get a black
down,
man,
Tyrone. Calm
and so
down.
and so
Why
you're
are
sort
you
of like
getting
you're
so
upset
hyped?
that you can't get a black man. That's
Which
all it is.
Man, I will
Tyrone.
give you
Why
some
are you getting so
Ativan.
hyped?
Y'all not hard to
Hold on,
get
y'all.
though. I'm
Hold
confused.
I
on.
mean,
Y'all not hard to get.
Black
oh
men
no,
are
well,
the
I disagree
easiest
with that.
men to get. Black men are very easy to
See, if
I'm
it was
gonna
that
go
easy,
ahead
you
and
could
I'm
show your
gonna
face.
go ahead and throw
You
y'all
don't
on
want to
mute.
show your face.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up, Dusty. Hold up a second. Now, I told you if you got disrespectful, that I was going to toss your ass. That includes talking over people. Now, what was your question without hollering? And that's it. That's the final warning because you're going to have a regular conversation like a goddamn adult. Speak like an adult. Speak like an adult or
Right.
get tossed.
All right. So here's the thing. I think you started this channel because you're upset that you can't get a black man
Let
or the
me
kind of
chime
black
in.
man that you want.
Can I chime in?
Just give me like 30 seconds.
Wait. We're going to take it piece by piece because I don't want you to ramble. You said I'm upset that I can't get a black man.
The black man that you want.
Black Jesus. Even if he was 6'3" and finer than a motherfucking frog leg, he's still black. Therefore, I don't want him. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not about me wanting them. I've never wanted them ever since I was a child. So it's not about that. What else do you think it's about?
So let me put it this way. How many of you women that are talking about divestment are actually married to a white man? On a percentage scale. Let's do a percentage scale. How many of you women that are on this panel that always talk down on black men are actually married to white men?
Okay, that's the question. That's the question.
Me.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So we have one.
Hold on now. We ain't gonna act crazy. I myself am married to a white man. Now here's the deal.
Okay.
If they weren't divested and they wanted black men, you motherfuckers aren't marrying them either. So does it matter?
It does matter because one of the main points is that black men don't want to get married. So if you're advocating for black women to date other races of men, the assumption here would be that they would be married. But when I look at this panel,
calm down. Use your inside voice. Why are you getting excited?
When I look at this panel, all right, just based off the numbers that are going on right now, only 2 women are married, right? Is that a fair assessment?
No, it's
Well,
not.
how do you know everybody want to be married though? Everybody don't want to be married.
That's fine, but if the argument that I keep hearing, I mean, how many women have called in saying that black men don't want to get married?
Y'all know that is the true statement. So what is your point? Y'all don't want to get married.
So
you're
if that
letting
is
him
the
turn this into into an interrogation. You see how
Girl,
black
you
men
know my
if that is the
nerve.
yeah,
case,
but the
if that
thing
is-
is, hold on, Black Jesus Christ or whatever your name is. Whenever they come up to a panel, what they try to do is ask questions in rapid succession. If you find yourself answering his questions, guess what? He's flipped the whole goddamn panel, and he will have 8 women answering his questions. Ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no
Well,
goddamn way.
I thought it
Anyway,
was.
Black Jesus, do you have a Black Mary?
No.
I'm not married. I don't have no children, and I'm not married. If I
That's
decide to get,
See
if
what
I
I'm
decide to have
saying?
kids, if I decide to have kids, I'll get married. I think that
That's
the numbers,
hypocrisy.
the numbers clearly say that children do better in a marriage. So if I decide
But
to
the
Okay,
have
okay,
numbers
kids,
okay.
also
I'm gonna
say
get married.
if somebody has
Black
a
Jesus,
baby
you're
with a knick-knack, their
I
chances of
took him
staying
off
in
because
poverty.
I took him off because he's making y'all excited and he ain't worth it.
I want to bite his fucking head off. Like,
I know
Girl,
he was
y'all
like,
do,
"Oh,
but
if I want to get married, I'll get married if I want to have kids."
y'all,
Kids do better in
y'all
2-parent
well,
households. Nigga,
he
if a
sound
woman
old.
has a
He
baby
sound
with
like
you,
he's
nigga,
over 40.
You know what's the thing about that?
hold on a second. I was going to rip his head off for y'all, but y'all keep interrupting. Y'all
Sorry.
let this old bitch do her work. Come on now,
Sorry.
I got you. Black Jesus, hold up a second. Remember what I said. This right here is the only reason you're up here because the women in here don't like black men. They just don't.
I understand.
Is because today is smoke day. You just asked these women were they married. I was expecting for you to say, I'm married to a black woman with children. And you didn't say that. So how can you ask them what the fuck? How?
Can I answer?
Yes.
All right. So only reason why I would get married personally is if I want to have children. All right.
Okay.
If you don't want to have kids, I don't see the importance of marriage.
Okay.
That's the way
Are
that
you a hotep?
I wouldn't consider myself a hotep.
yes.
I'm more of I would call myself more of a Pan-Africanist because I think there's a little distinction between a hotep and someone who's Pan-African.
Black Jesus, let me ask you this. Why do you come here?
Because this I'm sort of fascinated by women who keep talking bad about because I don't see the difference between your rhetoric and the Ku Klux Klan and the racist people. It's like it's sort of I'm trying to understand the logic behind someone who's born by a black person who would call black men apes, who would say black men need to be aborted, who would say all these types of hateful rhetoric about black men. I just need to know the psychology of a person who would say things like that.
Okay, let me answer you. Let me answer you. If I'm stating facts and stats, how can it be rhetoric? That's number one. Number two, you've not once since you've been up here accused me of lying. And that's where the emotion comes in. We don't do emotion here. We're just going off of the hard numbers that we have. That's it.
I mean, but do you acknowledge that you said black men need to be aborted?
I do.
I said that.
And they do.
But how's that a fact?
Okay, because the number one predator in the black community is black men. So therefore, if you abort them, then you get rid of the number one predator. Does that make sense?
And so you think that is some kind of a logic or some kind of a language that should be encouraged by women who want to divest?
Oh,
Go around?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
That's the point of divestment. But I have a question for you because I've been in the Pan African group specifically. I've been in that space before, and I can tell you it was pretty toxic for me, and it was not for me. I have a question for you and just black men in general. Why is it that y'all can see negativity when something is being said about y'all, but the moment black men sit here and say that black women are aggressive, black women are too dark, black women hair is too nappy, they always wear weave, they this and that, they want to be white women, they won't let black men leave, welfare took them out the home, black women won't let black men see their kids, black women they are the issue in the black community. Why is it that when because this is not something new, this has been going on ever since black folk got off the plantation, black men have been spewing this narrative about black women, about how we're too masculine, it's our fault that the white man is holding the black man back. Why is it that when black men get on the internet and say these horrible things about the women who brung black men into this world, why is it that you pro-blacks, quote unquote, and you hoteps and you Pan-Africans don't say shit about that, but as soon as a black woman is holding hands with a white guy, now y'all want to get your panties in a twist? Why is it that y'all got smoked for that? No,
How many
seriously.
how many black men How many black men do you see engaging in that kind of conversation in real life? I mean, I think you've been living on the internet for far too long.
Every day,
Everybody on the
every day,
real
internet is
world,
every day.
real. What are you talking about?
in
Everybody
the
on
real
the
world,
internet is a real
most
person
black men
Oh
don't
in the
engage
God.
in that
real
kind of
Oh
world.
No,
God.
you lying. You quit lying. Quit
so
lying.
If
Quit
they're saying this on
lying.
the internet, what makes you not think that they're saying this in real life? Why would somebody be in real life saying, "Oh, I love black women," but then they'll go on the internet talking shit about us? That makes no sense. If they're putting it on the internet where millions can see, what makes you
That's how
think
the
they're
fuck
not
they
saying it?
feel.
see, the thing is, just like this whole divest thing that you're doing, it's like it's a minority
Oh
somewhere out on
God,
the
you can't
internet.
even
Is
pronounce
he
it right.
saying the internet is a fantasy world?
This
I'm
why
just
I don't
telling
talk
you,
to
a
niggas.
minority, just because you go into some
Are
section
you
of the
saying
internet
the
where there's a
internet is a
Wait,
complete
let him
fantasy
minority.
Let him
world?
talk. Let him talk.
Just because you've been to a section of the internet where you have a minority of black men saying bad things about black women, that is not a representation of majority of black men.
Yes, it
See,
is.
if
Okay,
you
so
go
I
out
have
in
That
a
the
is
real
not
world,
question.
true,
Wait, I
black
have
men
a
are not
sir.
question.
engaging in that kind of behavior.
Wait,
That
hold
is
on.
not
Okay,
true,
so you
sir.
said that that's the minority, right? You said that's the minority
Yeah,
because I hear
yeah.
black. Okay, I have this conversation with black boys before. They tell me that it's the minority. So if, because you know what minority means, right? You know that's the
Less than 50%. Yes.
that's a small portion, right? So if the small portion is saying this on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, right? Where are the so-called good black men, quote unquote, who are alpha males and who are leading the black community, as Pan-Africans like to say? Where are they at correcting this behavior? Because the only times I see you Pan-African men speaking out against something is when it pertains to black men's name being dragged through the mud. Because when it's black women and our name and our image is being dragged through the mud, you know, when black men say we're too masculine, how we're not traditional, how we're not feminine, and how we're too promiscuous, I only see black men come out then. But I only see black men come out when their name is being dragged. But where are the quote unquote good black men at to defend black women? Because let me tell you something before you
You gotta
answer.
let him answer. You gotta let him answer.
Okay.
See,
Answer.
you have to understand there are good black men everywhere. It feels like you're not looking hard enough.
That's a lie.
And-
Come on now.
Hey, get your big dumb
Uh-uh.
stupid
You're not looking
goofy.
hard enough.
No, they're
And
not.
Hold
Y'all
on.
see how
Bye.
delusional he is? Y'all see how delusional he is?
They're
He
delusional.
delusional as fuck.
I
When
mean, you're telling me to defend something that you've seen on TikTok or YouTube,
oh
and
god.
somehow you
Let
want
me
to
Oh my
ask
you
you
want to
god.
this.
make that a representation of black men. And
Why are
it
they
just doesn't
so
make sense to me.
dumb?
The whole
Black
premise of the
Jesus.
question is not.
Black Jesus, let me ask you this. Why on earth would you want the women that you love so much, because you claim you love black women, looking so hard, struggling trying to find somebody, instead of going to where they can just find someone easily? Go.
See, you have to understand this.
Oh,
Everything in life, if you want something good in life, you have to work for it, right?
No, you
Can
don't.
I
but
say
you're not
something?
gonna
Oh
listen.
god.
That comes from any career. That comes from job. Everything you got to put work into it. If you
No,
want
you
high
see,
quality
I
black
agree.
Answer the
man,
question.
I agree.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
I agree that you have to work for stuff that's good, but black men are trash. You get what I'm saying? So why should they have to work for black men? Because black men are literally dumpster juice, my nigga. So what are you talking about?
I mean,
Easy.
if
Can I
you read
say
the
one thing?
scriptures, the hair
I
on
will
the
I
give
don't
you
head
a
is
believe
not
in it.
size.
I don't
Okay.
believe in scriptures.
Not the
Nobody.
scriptures.
So
No,
the black man is basically God in some
No,
sense,
boy,
right?
get
Easy.
your
So you have
goofy
to understand.
ass.
God
If
is.
Well,
you
let me
if
say
you want to
one thing.
Can I
Here,
ask a question?
sir, why would I work for a man when another man would work for me?
see,
What
you
is
have to
wrong
understand
with
this.
you?
Can I ask a question?
See, you can't just sit in your house and expect to get a good man. It doesn't work
That's
that way. I don't know
unapologetic.
I don't know how
Okay.
I got one.
you women
Be
operate.
quiet. Be
You got
quiet.
you got to
Be
put yourself out
quiet.
there, all
I
right,
got
and
one.
get it.
Shut your ass up.
I
So I
put
can talk.
myself out there and many came. I picked the one that I wanted. He wasn't black. Sorry.
That's fine with me, but I don't have a problem with it. If you
Obviously
feel
you
like
do. Why are you
if
here?
you feel like white man is the right.
God.
Hold up, divested OG. Let unapologetic ask this trash bag a question. This dusty fuck a question.
I'm gonna honor him. I'm gonna give him a few seconds of my time. My question is, why do y'all say black women need to choose better when they're choosing from knickknacks, the trash, the garbage, the basura? But all these women can't be choosing wrong men. Like, either they choosing wrong or they just ain't no good niggas out there. I'm gonna go with the latter because y'all keep telling these women to choose better. But even the ones that work these quote unquote 6-figure jobs still treating women like shit. So either they're choosing wrong or y'all just ain't shit.
That was
I mean,
my ex.
Let me answer your question. Can I answer your question?
Yeah, that's
See,
why I asked.
on this panel, on just this panel that you're having, if I can remember, when I started watching it, I heard 2 black women saying that they're married to black men and they don't have any problems. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, but that's the
But they're the minority though.
Yeah.
Well, so if they can find black men,
I'm not
right?
looking for you.
I knew he was
If
going
they
there.
can find
Like I
black
said, I
men
want y'all to go to the
that are
chop shop.
responsible, if they can find black men that can do, that can potentially, raise a family or do whatever, why can't you find it? You don't want to put in the work.
Can I answer that?
But she
You got to put in the work.
He
Hey, y'all,
also
let
confirmed
me
black men
answer
weren't
him.
shit.
Let me answer him, Luna. Here's the deal. Now you're disrespecting math. You know good and fucking well there's less of y'all than there are of black women.
Exactly.
For you to sit there and pretend like it's 1-to-1 and these women not looking, you are being intellectually dishonest. Don't disrespect math.
Right.
There's
And I
two
don't go
things-
looking for them.
Let me tell you something.
Can I say something really quickly?
I used to live in a neighborhood, right? I used to live in a neighborhood
He
where
is living his dream, DZ.
No,
Lord.
no, let me just give. I used to live in a neighborhood where there was some guy who had some, let me put it this way, some drug problems, right? Let me just
Of
put it
course
that
he
way.
had
A
drug
crackhead.
problems.
And
Yeah.
and he had multiple women that he had gotten pregnant, right?
Uh-huh.
And so let's just say
It
if a
does.
woman becomes the 5th baby mama, whose fault is it?
It's actually going to be his fault. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. You said you wanted to have this conversation, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna rephrase it. If you find a hospital and you have one doctor that's never worked at a hospital, just got hired, but you have this doctor over here that's worked at 5 different hospitals, who do you think will know the protocol better? The one that's never done it or the one that's been there 5 times?
So are you basically saying that a woman who becomes the 5th baby mama is not at fault? There's no
Yeah, that's it.
accountability here?
You have to take control of your own jizz.
Dusty ass.
No.
Nasty ass.
If your
Again,
jizz never touched her, it would never happen. I don't give a fuck how hard she twerk in front of you. She'll never get pregnant if you don't touch her.
And
Can
this
I
is
I
what
believe
we
in
say when black
accountability.
men are
He
on
doesn't know
code.
what
He is
self-control
caping for
is.
these niggas. He know they ain't shit. And
Black,
he's still caping
I
for
believe
them.
it. I
Black
believe in
Jesus, I
accountability
have a question.
for black men and black women, right? I believe black men have to be responsible and black women have to be responsible. So if you're going to be the 5th baby mama, at that point, the black man, he has some responsibility, but I will give you the woman 70% of the blame here.
The thing is, the
70.
black men,
70. Oh,
black,
God.
Where's
black
Janeda?
men, black men don't have any resources, so they can't dole out who's gonna take responsibility for anything. See, that's where you got it fucked up at, Black Jesus. What it is you have to have resources and ability to make laws to figure out what's going to be what, or tell who what they're gonna do. You're sitting here with a literally a Black Jesus face on here, Hotep, disrespecting math, thinking that you can tell people what responsibility they have for other shit. What I'm saying is this: if they are not responsible, and let's say the baby mama is responsible, I'm here to say, hey, baby mama, don't fuck with them anymore. Why don't you come over to this side and leave them alone? And then he won't become a baby daddy. So I'm doing you a service too. Can I get a thank you?
Why don't
And
you
Black
tell them?
Jesus, you also brung up the black woman who is married to a black man. This woman literally sat up here and said she's married to a black man, but I still promote your channel and I tell other black women about you, and I know that black men are dusty. Her own husband just said that we should not be marching for other black men. Other black men don't even respect each other. So you bringing her up was irrelevant. Yeah, she's married to a black man, but what does that mean? I mean,
It means
she even said it herself that y'all are dusty, and
Let him
she's
answer,
with
Trinity.
one.
it means that if she can get a black man who is responsible, you can also get a black man who's
Nobody
responsible.
wants
We don't
you,
That's what
want
it
a
means.
black
We
man.
don't
We
like
don't want
you.
That's what it
We
means.
don't want you
You're
niggas.
Well,
disrespecting.
if you
You're
don't want, that's fine.
disrespecting.
See, let me tell you
No.
this: if you don't want a black man,
Hold
that's
up,
fine.
y'all. Let me
You're
thank
not gonna run us, sir. No,
thank
sir.
you for the super chat, baby. I was trying to thank you, but it got kind of lit up here. The glorious black woman. Thank you so much. Nobody here is checking for black men.
And
Black
that's perfectly
Jesus.
fine.
Thank
That's
you.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with it.
If
But
you don't have a
You
problem
got
the
a
with it,
problem
the
with it.
rhetoric. My problem
You
is the
got a
rhetoric
problem
that you're
with it because you up
engaging in.
here. You got a problem with it because you up here.
Trust me.
And why
I have
can't you
family
accept
members.
the fact? Why can't you accept the fact that we don't want y'all?
I
Why can't
understand
you
that.
just accept that?
I have in my family, I'm a Pan-Africanist, but there are
Oh
women in
my
my family that are married to women, men of other races. Trust me, I have no problem with women dating out and marrying men of other
We
races.
don't give a fuck
It's in
what you
my
have a
family.
problem with.
My issue is the kind of rhetoric that you're engaging in is not. It's not something that I would recommend because
So what? We don't
What
like
care,
you.
man.
We don't
there's a
care what
reason
you
why.
think.
There's a reason why you're not showing your face, right? I think there's a reason why because you
Because
know
You
you're
ain't
not
showing
showing
the
your
your
rhetoric,
face. You ain't
That's
showing
right.
your face.
the rhetoric that you're
Can I tell
engaging in
you? Can I tell
is
you why I'm
not
not
good.
showing my face, Black Jesus?
I
Because
think
my
we all.
husband has a lot to lose.
Exactly.
His patience would literally be mortified if I talk like this. So what I'm doing right now is respecting my husband.
So
You had a
you're
problem
so
with me
basically
respecting my husband?
so you're basically admitting that the rhetoric that you're engaging in is not something that is conducive
It's
for
not
public
politically
consumption.
It's not politically correct. No, it's not. It's not
So
because
So why is it okay for Black men to say anything
This
you're
nigga
about
is
Black
asking
women?
him about the rules, divested OG, and he doesn't make the rules.
This
He
nigga is
doesn't.
living his dream. Y'all is
so
giving him his
I'm telling
props
you,
today.
I would have no problems if you engage in black men are bad, but
I
use
don't
a different
care
rhetoric.
what you don't
don't
approve
care.
of.
So
That's what you
I'm
say.
telling you because at some point somebody might find your identity. I'm just telling you
Okay,
that
that's
The First
listen.
Amendment is real.
I can't. I can't.
it's real,
Listen.
but the First Amendment has consequences, right? You can't go to a movie theater and shout bomb. You can't do that. So
Why
there are
do you even care
consequences. There are
Why would you do that?
consequences for every single word that comes out of your mouth. I'm
What
just telling you,
consequences?
You don't
What
care.
consequences are you talking about? What consequences?
you can get
I'm
fired from your
curious.
job. You can get fired from your
A
job.
lot of
I
us up
don't
here own our
work.
own. A lot of us up here own our own businesses. We can't fire
Well,
ourselves. So try something else.
she
Try
said her
something
We're
else.
husband.
business owners.
She
First
said
of all,
she said her
first of
husband is
all,
going to be concerned about her engaging in that kind of rhetoric, right? She just
most
said
He
it.
doesn't.
people
I
No,
don't
don't
think he
he
care
cares
doesn't.
because
about
It's,
people
it's
talking shit about
patience.
black men
he
online.
doesn't
They just
care
don't.
because he has real shit to do. He doesn't care what women sit on the internet talking about all
And
day.
he have his own
Well,
practice. He got his own practice
well,
anyway.
if
So
that's
again, like I
if
said,
that's the case, why don't you just
mostly
show your face?
everybody owns their own businesses. So you can't fuck with nobody's job because we are the owners. We own the job. So
Well,
what
why
else?
don't you just show
Give me
your face,
something else.
right? Just show your
She's
face and be
showing
done
her
with it,
face. She got a whole
right?
picture. Like, what are you? Boy, get your big dumb
I'm talking.
goofy ass off
And
here.
you're
'Cause I
not even
can't.
showing your face
BZ,
either, sir.
I can't
I'm
listen
talking
to
about
the
the
dust
people
no
that are.
more.
I'm talking about the channel owner. Why don't you just show her face?
Why does she
Don't
have to
worry
show
about
her
it.
face? Because
Don't
she's
worry
in
about it.
Black
power.
men
She
are
has the
powerful.
right to
Don't
do
worry
The
about
reason
it.
Because
why
she
she
knows
can't show her face is because of the things that she says, and the things
She
that
has
she
the right to
says is not.
privacy, sir.
The reason why she does not show her face is because the things that she says, society will not approve of because society coddles black men.
She gave
That's
him an
the reason
answer,
why.
Trinity. She don't
I
need to
didn't
repeat
tell
it, and
him
you don't need
that.
an answer to it. She don't want to show her
okay.
face because she got the right to not do it.
So
You
It's a
trying to make it.
deflection
You
tactic
trying to
they
deflect,
use.
and you need to get your ass out. Why do you come over here?
it's not deflect. I'm trying to help you here.
She
Yeah,
has
I'm
the
trying
right
to
to
No,
help
you
you with
Absolutely
women.
no, he
your
don't
help.
You
help.
ain't
He
I'm trying to
don't
helping
help you with
he
shit.
women
don't help. Go
who
focus
want
on
to.
all of those black women that love your ass instead of the
Right.
small
I'm
number
trying to
that
help
don't
you
give a
women,
fuck about your ass.
right?
Go focus
The
on the
rhetoric,
motherfuckers
the
that
rhetoric
want
that you're
you.
engaging in,
Go focus
the
on the
rhetoric that you're engaging in
motherfuckers
is not.
who want you.
Oh my goodness.
Black Jesus, I'm gonna have to let you go. I hope that you find a. Did you come yet? Because you are living
Right. He
your
living his
dream.
Not
dream.
really, not
Seriously.
really, not
You
really.
didn't. You
I'm
didn't.
over
Yes,
here
you
trying
are.
to tell you to,
So you have
tone down the
erectile
rhetoric,
dysfunction.
tone
Yep.
down the rhetoric, and then you can
But
do
we're
whatever you
not holding
got to
shit
do.
down.
Tell
I'm gonna keep
somebody what
telling
to
them to go to
do.
the chop
Wait,
shop.
you're
I
pan
hope they
African.
get rid of you niggas. Like
You
all of them. They
you're
need to
pan
just
Yo,
roll your
African.
fucking do
walking
rags
around
off.
saying
That's
black men
how
need
I
to be
feel.
aborted and stuff
They
like
do.
that, I don't
Chop
think it's
them up.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
They
Roll
you're
get
your
what
pan
they
fucking do
get.
rags
African.
off too.
You're
Get
Bye.
it.
pan
I don't
African.
think it's
So what
cool.
have you done for black men?
Okay. Everybody, just take a breather. We all know that Black Jesus he's almost finna come. Okay,
Yep.
let him enjoy his
Okay.
orgasm. He'll never get this chance again. That's number one. Number two, Black Jesus, I hope you had a great time. I want you to know that you don't run shit in this country. You're not going to run shit over here. But I will give you this. You didn't come over here screaming and hollering. I only had a couple of issues with you, but you did it on smoke day, and congratulations, and consider that a gift from the divestment community. You was able to do the Black Jesus thing. So
Black man is God. Have a good day.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
The black man is a victim. Shit.
Girl, I'm gonna keep telling them go to the chop shop and chop them niggas up.
No, black man is God.
Girl, God
He's
what?
God.
How house you got, but you complaining that you can't do this. I can't do this. I can't work. I
Right.
can't take care of my kids. I can't. She won't let me do this. The white man won't let me do that. But you guys, shut the fuck up. You see how delusional they are? They crazy as fuck.
Oh,
A
no.
lot
How
of
many
this
up
is
here are
just-
married? Who gives a fuck, sir?
A lot of it is very misogynic. That's the thing. Who the fuck cares about who's married and who's not? That has nothing to do with anything. How can he censor someone else's channel and tell them what they can and cannot say? Okay?
He
It's like,
can't.
you are full of yourself. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the super chat, Kari Baker. I appreciate you. Sugar Honey always coming in this bitch. I appreciate you. And last but not least, we have Laura Jean. I appreciate you. She said, I want to say something to him, but I don't have the link anymore. Oh, honey, Black Jesus he's gone. The rapture has happened already. He came back and got his people. He came and got his people. He gone. Listen, can y'all put some leaves in the damn chat because I need a sage burner. Y'all, we talked. How long did we talk to him? That's
too fucking long.
Too long.
That was the longest I've talked to a black man in years.
Yeah, I don't talk to them either, DZ.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
what?
I'm
you know
never gonna do another smoke show again if he gonna keep coming up or any other shit. I guess he came with the smoke and ended up getting set on fire. Smoke
He here
shows
every
be lit.
weekend. He here every time you go live.
Honey bunny. Eden, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. First, so I can set the tone. Are you divested or are you getting ready to cape for Tyrone and them?
I'm divested. I don't
Okay.
really. I'm more like sovereign. I'm working on my sovereign stage of life right now.
Okay, so here's the deal. Before you go into that, a lot of times people they run off into what they call sovereignty once they feel like the divestment community is embarrassing them or it's not for them anymore. What do you think about that? Because I think divestment it has become a little bit out there, so I can see what people wanted to move on. What do you think about divested women?
What do I think about divested women? They help me a lot. I started being divested, and I still am. It's just, I just think that there's always different levels of life that you want. Well,
Let me ask
I
you
don't have any
what
issues.
are you gonna do when the sovereignty movement gets corrupted and it's a little out there? Because people are gonna come to your movement, quote unquote, whenever they see it. That's just what happens. So is there a next stage after sovereignty?
Well, no, I just don't. I just think that as long as you, as long as you're alive, that you should always be trying to better yourself in any way possible, whichever way helps you, whether it's divestment, sovereignty. You can't get to me, you can't get to sovereignty without divestment. Divestment is very vital and very important. So I don't have any issues with divestment because I still consider myself divested.
Hold on. I'm sorry to break this up.
Yeah,
This person, sir,
I see
I'm
him.
pretty in real life. I don't talk to you niggas. The women in the Discord know how I look. I don't need to prove nothing to you. I
He
wake up
just
every
has a
day
crush on you.
and
He
have
has a crush on you.
niggas and white men flock to me. So what I'm gonna get you to do, take your $5 from your unemployment check, and next time give it to your baby mama.
I'm screaming.
Get a life, sir. Thank you.
Oh no.
Boy, this Saturday night fever tonight. It's real
Who
up in
does,
this bitch.
who does that? Who screenshots a picture of somebody and they're like, "Oh, this is her real face. Yeah, that's my real face, and I'm pretty as fuck."
And
So
make
what?
a whole channel with that.
Like,
Make a whole account.
you niggas are weird. Like, this is why I don't talk to you. This is why I promote women going to the chop shop and getting you aborted.
My
I want all of you
God.
to go burst into flames. That would
I
make my life
can't.
so
I
happy.
can't.
Like, you niggas is weird. Like,
They are weird.
take your pocket change and go do something else, nigga. Like,
Bro, I'm just tripping. I'm still tripping off of you can't get a black man statements like I said, bitch, y'all not hard to get. What are you talking about?
Black men are the easiest men to get.
Right.
I live in Blackistan. I can go outside right now with how I look. I can go outside right now and get 10 of them if I want to.
You can go outside and get a whole bag of them bitches.
Girl, I had a nigga get out of his car in this heat to talk to me, to attempt to talk to me. Sir, mind your fucking business. You niggas are disgusting.
Black
You're
men are the
trash. You're
easiest men.
garbage. And this is why I don't talk to you.
Maybe
Hi,
his
DZ.
wages will go up
Hey,
someday. I don't
Kyra,
know.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. This is smoke day, so this is why the the chat got so many people in it because people love Smoke Day. I'm still reeling for the fact that I actually talked to a black man today, so I need a detox.
Yes, you need to take like one of those detoxing baths where you soak for 30 minutes with some herbs and some Epsom salts and all that. Got to cleanse from that.
Mm.
I, I wanted to add, the idea of like you just didn't look hard enough for a good black man, quote unquote. Like we're supposed to lift up every rock and turn every corner looking for them. Here's the thing. Not all black people grow up in the hood. Not all black people grow up poor. My father is a doctor. My grandfather is a doctor. I come from an upper middle class family, and we've been middle class well before Jim Crow ended. Guess what? The dusty behavior still happens at that high value level.
That's why I
So
said all.
yeah, it is all. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter whether they're in the slums of Brooklyn or whether they're in Martha's Vineyard. The dust is the same. It doesn't matter their income. So, what's the point of getting a quote unquote high value black man? Again, not all of us grew up hood. Some of us grew up in upper middle class, and we know the real deal.
If anybody else wants some smoke, we're up here.
Tell that
This
nigga that's gold in his pocket chains to bring his. Oh boy,
I
hey,
he
want
said
him
the
to
F
come
word.
up. I want him to come up.
sir, unapologetic face, can you come up here?
Not
Can you
pocket change.
Buy his pocket change. That's what I said.
His stimulus check money.
Girl.
go ahead and come up here? Let me go ahead and put the link in the chat.
That
My
Can,
world, welcome back, my world.
thank you. I wanted to. I love that on your channel you never talk to Dusties, but in this sense, since it's Smoke Day, and you entertained one, and his logic was backwards. I do want to say when he asked why you don't show your face, I want to tell him the reason why because I'm the one who shows their face, and like I said, I live in the hood,
Don't
so
beckon him to your channel, girl. Don't tell him
no,
that.
no,
You're gonna have a
no. It's
troll.
not.
Girl.
That's my point about when he says why you don't show your face. People like you don't show your face because you're smart and you know that black men are violent. That is their second language is violence. They don't know how to de-escalate. They don't know how to talk about issues sensically. All they know is violence. That's all they know. So that's why channels like that don't show their face because you guys can't be trusted to police yourselves, to act like you have any type of decorum whatsoever. So yeah, people are going to have to not show their face out of fear of you all acting like what your natural instinct is, which is to destroy anything that looks like you.
Thank you, Kay Sloan, and thank you, Constance. I appreciate you. Yeah, he's not getting ready to. What he thought was
We
gonna
know
do? Just
he's
cut
not
my
gonna do
camera
it.
on?
Right.
Oh, to sacrifice my image for somebody that has black Jesus that
A
sit
made up
up and
character.
disrespect math. Really, it's not 1-to-1 around here. I guess y'all now looking for. I almost called him something. God damn it! I can't wait to go to Discord. But listen,
Girl.
if anybody else has a shit log and wants some smoke, today's your day because it ain't gonna never happen again. The next smoke day gonna be for mammies only.
Oh, I wanted to add, my grandmother, the one that's married to my doctor grandfather, she was the first one to tell me not to date black men. She told me it was too late for her, but not to marry a black man. And so she knew what was up, and I applaud her for telling me the truth.
Yeah.
My
love stories
sister
like yours.
married a high value Dusty, and he cheated throughout 27 years of marriage. Brought home a baby that wasn't hers. Okay.
Okay. Constance says, damn, she caught me with a Twizzler in my mouth. Okay. At Divesta Zealot, hey, I'm a new subscriber here. Can I ask what are the age ranges and generations of the women on your panel? I'm a millennial. I mean, we are ranging from 18 to in our 50s up here. I happen to be in my 40s.
I'm a millennial.
It's a huge range, and it doesn't matter what age you are. The Dusty ain't shit.
I'm Gen Z and
Period.
they ain't shit. They ain't shit. So
Yeah.
We happen to have a long range up here, and damn it, Everybody in every generation from X all the way down to Z is saying, hey, back away. It ain't worth it.
I always love to hear from people that were raised in higher, like upper echelons of society, just to show you that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They're all shit.
Eden, were you finished saying what you're saying? I feel like I cut you off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did cut you off. I had to check a nigga real quick.
It's okay.
But we're listening. You said there's another step past sovereignty, or because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna respond to what you say because I feel like sovereignty was created because folks got tired of divestment. But that's just my opinion. Go ahead.
That's not why I'm still divested. I still have the same principles. I still don't date black men, so I don't have anything against divested black women. So I know that there seemed to be this hate train going on, like all of a sudden, like of people talking crap about divested black women, and it now has this bad stigma and everything like that. But I feel like divested black women say what they're afraid to say. They
Yeah.
actually think it, but they just don't want to say it because they're afraid to.
They need people to like what they're a part of. So if anybody, it's no different than if you go to your favorite restaurant and you got an asshole that works there, but you can't stop going there because the food is good. There's a lot of women that flock to divestment because they're angry with black men. We're trying to get folks away from black men. Nobody's angry with them anymore. It's almost as if they're a non-factor. You get what I'm saying? And you got a lot of people sitting in the bleachers that are temporarily angry with black men. So then they'll come and squat, and then once they leave, they either go to sovereignty or go back to the mammy shit. So
and they ride in the fence. I noticed that a lot. I heard a few women, I'm not going to say the names, but I heard a few content creators, they ride in the fence. They had their little angry stage and everything like that. And now they're, but you guys are so angry, and why are you talking about black men in this way? Why are you saying these things? And I was like, girl, shut up.
I love the yoni egg mammies that sit up and say, oh, you're putting out negativity and the energy is bad.
Oh, wait, and what about the other one that you talked about last time with the gold hair, the blonde hair? I had to unsubscribe
Helmet
from
head.
her. Yeah, I had to unsubscribe from her because I peeped how she was a while back. I'm like, you a fake ass bitch. I gotta go.
Yeah, it just
Girl,
depends on
listen,
what's going on.
DZ,
Go ahead,
tell
hon.
me, I saw when you made a video recently, something saying when you talked about like talking about yoni egg mammies. And I was like, what does that mean? And I heard you refer in the video something about they want their badges tight, like, so that's why they encourage these yoni eggs because these men like kids anyway. Like, can you explain that a little bit more so I can understand what
I
that
thought that was
means?
okay. Here's the deal. When I say yoni egg mammies, it's just basically a slur for the hotep bitches that's coming in with their crystals and acting like they got control of the universe and all this extra shit. But at the end of the day, they're coddling black men is the goal. Point blank, period. And a lot of them aren't trying to improve anything with the young girls. They're trying to compete with them. Therefore, I use the metaphor of you trying to tighten up your coochie as if you're a young girl. Okay, 14, 15 years old. Because
Thank
that's
you. I was like, I don't know what that means.
that right there is what hoteps want. You see, right now we got the polite thing going on, and there has been several before him, Malachi York, so on and so forth. So the yoni egg mammy, it comes off to me that you're not just trying to tighten your walls, you're competing with the children in the community. Okay, because all of them hoteps touch on children. The majority of them do.
Yeah.
Sonetta being exposed now for doing crack and some other stuff. Somebody put out his whole damn record.
Yeah, those Pan-Africans and those pro-blacks, they don't talk about the pedophilia that black men perpetuate because they protect black men. It just is what it is. Like both
Now
men
they'll
and
talk about it. They'll blame it on the mothers and say the mothers should have chosen better than having their kids around pedos. When that guy was on there and he was like, "Oh, we're kings and we're gods and all this," and I'm like, "To who? Who? Just the logic is not there." What?
And even if they
Everything
didn't,
about all of these Pan-African people, to me, it just seems like their whole purpose is to protect the ego of the black man. That's
Mm-hmm.
why they're coming up with all kinds of weird theologies and,
Yep.
partial Bible verses and wearing the anks and all that kind of stuff. And they don't even know what it means.
if they're not blaming black women, because I've been in those spaces, like I said before, if they're not blaming black women when they do talk about pedophilia, they're either blaming the white man. It just is what it is. It's either the black woman's fault or the white man's fault. It's never black men's fault. Anything a black man does, that is wrong, is someone else's fault. But if they do something good, like get a diploma or something, then that's all their hard work that they did. It was nobody else helping them, right? So I
You know
mean,
what's funny to me is they call themselves the children of Israel or all this. Like I get these guys in my comments telling me I'm fat or I'm ugly or whatever. Don't nobody want me. And it's like most of these guys, from what I can tell, probably don't even have a passport, have
That's
never
their
been out of the
go-to.
country. Yeah, the people in Israel
Oh, you're
wouldn't even
fat.
recognize you because they know their lineage. And it's just like I gave up on Blackistan a while ago. It recently you did a show where you talked about the percentages of black women who have been um, assaulted, either as a child or a woman or at some point in their life. And I can't even talk about this stuff on my channel because my family, oh no, they would have a fit and I would be like disowned, because my truth would make a black man look bad. you know it's like
Well,
our society still centers around them and their identity. Who cares if a black girl or woman is hurt, as long as we keep our dirty laundry to ourselves and they don't look bad.
I'll step down, but I actually just the reason why I came up originally, was because I had a question, but then that Dusty came up and kind of just made me forget about it. So, to the women who were married, I was wondering, um, like what ultimately made you decide to get married, and did you feel like you had to have everything all together to even get married?
you
I,
see how much I cuss? I ain't get shit together. I just kind of just was like, hey. He was like, hey. And then the rest is history. We got some more smoke.
oh
Cut your
Lord.
cut your
Oh,
camera off.
Oh,
oh no.
Cut your
oh,
camera off.
come on.
Cut your camera off,
Gross.
He's making me
motherfucker.
nauseous.
Oh God.
Come
oh
on, turn your
hell
camera
no,
off already. We don't want to see
oh
this.
hell no.
Listen, P Train, cut your camera off. You're making the women up here nauseated, sir.
I'm finna
Cut
be sick.
your camera off.
I'm screaming.
I think I'm
Like
gonna
they're
be sick.
so weird.
Girl, he's
Now,
ugly. Look at
Nasty.
his profile.
don't tell me. What does P stand for?
Girl.
Period.
Okay.
Oh God, he a city girl. He is a
No, no,
city
no.
girl.
Listen. I played football in high school and college, and I was a running back.
Oh
And
my God.
he trained for running people over and running full speed into people.
Okay.
That's
Oh
all.
girl.
That's all it means. It's a name I have.
Oh girl.
Okay. P Train, let me ask you this, sir. What have I said since I've been on YouTube that you don't agree with?
No, I agree with a lot of what you say.
Oh,
I
that's
actually
wonderful.
like. No. Listen, I have a son right now at Cornell, and I actually teach my son to divest.
Boy.
Okay.
So
Look at all the emojis in the chat room. Walking and
and
see.
they
Go ahead, I'm
A white
listening.
man.
and they
He gonna
put
get him
and
a
they
white
put
man
me.
one day.
Excuse me, say it again?
Let him talk, y'all.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
They
I
were
said he
wondering if you were going to teach your son to divest. Does that mean your son is going to ultimately marry a white man?
Come on now. I teach my kids to believe in none of that unnatural stuff. So
Oh God.
we don't do anything like that. And that no, that's not
Okay, so this is the smoke hour. P
Okay.
Train. What's
Okay.
what smoke do you have?
What smoke? The only smoke that I have is that you guys actually. I believe that you guys use the small percentage and kind of apply it to the greater percentage. I feel like you guys major. I feel like you guys major in the minors, and maybe some of you have went through
They
some
all say the same shit.
some type of situation where
Oh my God.
hey, somebody fucked you over,
Let
and
me
you
ask you
Why
this,
is it
P
old?
Train.
Oh my God.
P
Let's just let
Train.
DZ talk to him.
Do you remember when I put up last week?
Last week. What show was
La-
last week? 'Cause
wait,
I really just found you this week.
Pussy Train. I'm gonna tell you, baby. Just
Pussy
hold
Train.
on.
I'm screaming.
Last week, or was it Wednesday? It could have been earlier this week. When I said 60% of Black children are touched inappropriately before the age of 18.
Okay.
Anything over 50% is counted as most.
Okay.
So, what small percentage are you referring to?
Uh, okay. Now, as far as the stats on looking up, as far as molestation and things like that, I really don't have any. I'm just going off of what you said. So if
No, no,
that's
no.
the
I provided a receipt. Come on
okay,
now.
I
Don't be
listen. No, no, no.
disingenuous.
Listen. I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue entirely. So, like I said, I'll agree with you. If that's what that is, that's what that is. Now,
Okay.
the only way that you can actually have full receipts is some type of documentation legally saying that hey, this happened.
Okay.
Now if we look into it as far as that aspect, I know the number wouldn't be 60%.
Oh, really?
Oh
So,
my
do you
God.
feel comfortable saying that there's 9 women up here? No, it's not. It's 8 women up here.
Okay.
There's several of them, including myself, that have been raped. You're comfortable after having seen a receipt and sitting here talking to rape victims, making that like it's nothing? Is that you're comfortable doing
No,
that?
no. I feel like if somebody was to touch a young person and you know what I'm saying, some stuff like happened, I feel like they should get sent to the pen, and then them boys in the pen I handle that whole situation for them. Either they gonna be in PC and live a little life in there by themselves, or they gonna die.
Okay. Are you taking care of all of your children?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm
Do they
married.
all
Ha-
have the same mom?
Yeah, I've been married for 12 years.
To
Hmm.
what? For how
I've been
long?
with my wife for 2000 since 2001.
Very
Okay.
interesting. So, when I said this is the smoke hour, right?
Yeah.
And I asked you what smoke you had, your smoke was that we're doing the small number versus the large number. Okay. We already talked about the child molestation. Let's move on to the next thing.
Let's go.
77% of Black women, Black children, excuse
Okay.
me,
Okay.
are left without a father. Are you going to also tell me that that's a small percentage too?
No, that's a significant number. Now,
So here's the deal.
go
You
ahead.
just said that you've been married to your wife for 12 years and you have a son at Cornell.
Correct.
And and that basically what you're trying to sell is the fact that you're a unicorn. What
I've
is
heard
your
that. I've heard that before,
wait.
but I didn't think that because all my circle of people that I rock with, we all of them married and raising
Okay,
kids.
now we're going to hold each other to the same standard. I showed a receipt about the 60% of molestation, but I have to go off of your word of what your circle looks like. So let's just
Okay.
keep, yeah, you got to
I got you.
provide
I
a
got you. I'm with you. With you. Now the whole thing with the whole 76 is what's the percentage of those women that in those relationships?
Listen, 77% of Black children don't have a father.
And
So are you going to,
what percent of those women keep the father out of their life?
it doesn't matter. Let me tell you what
What?
Oh my God.
let me tell you why it doesn't matter.
That's
Let me
crazy. What you mean it doesn't matter?
I'm getting ready to tell you. I said, let me tell
Hey,
you
should
why
the
that
He
man
doesn't
lying.
matter.
That's a lie.
Quiet.
should the
Wait.
man work as hard to keep the family together as the woman? Or should the woman
You going to let me answer?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. I apologize.
There has been nothing that a Black man wanted with all of his heart that a Black woman has been able to keep him away from, ever. Even when she's not volunteering, he will sexually assault her.
What?
Even if she does not want to give money, he can rob her. So what you're saying is because this Black woman told you that she don't want you around the kid, that's all that has to happen for you not to take care of your kid?
No. Okay, now now when you say take care of your kid, what does that mean? We talking?
Oh man, you
No,
being
no,
Dude, really?
intellectually.
Know how to take
What
care
does
of
it mean to?
let me finish. Let me finish. When you say take care of your kid, we talking legally, or we talking like on the moral aspect? Oh, we
What?
speaking on
The
that.
fact that you have to ask her that question is very telling.
Why does it matter?
Yeah,
No,
that's
Why does it matter?
no. Listen.
you tripping.
Listen,
You're
He lying
tripping.
because most men that don't take care of their kids, when they say that, they lying because they don't even try or want to be bothered with their own kids. So they flip it and blame it on the mom.
They don't
He's
want to be.
gaslighting.
Very much so.
They don't want to be bothered with the woman because the woman will end up putting them in jail.
Okay, so this what we got, P Train. This is what I got from you, and then I'm gonna let you go. What you've said was you're a unicorn. You've been married for 12 years. Most of the time that when black men are not in their children's life, it's because of the black woman. You need some receipts on the actual rape of black children. And basically everything that we're saying is a lie. That's what it is.
DZ, before you drop him off, I have a question for him.
Can he answer my question first?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? And what did I say wrong right there? Because I think I got you. I got what you're saying.
I think a lot of the things you guys say are from experience based.
No, I've never been with a black man before. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, not you. So you the unicorn in the group.
I've never been
I
with a black
haven't
man
either. Me either. I was always shamed
Not
as a kid
willingly,
for not liking
anyway.
you
Not
guys.
willingly. I wasn't with him.
Well, look,
I've never been with one.
Look, I don't look when I joined the live, it was a couple hundred people. It might be 100 of y'all that have never been with a black guy. So all
you
y'all
are speculating, just like you wanted receipts for my numbers. You don't get to sit up here and make up numbers and then we just roll with it.
Okay,
this is not a pimp stroll, sir.
At the same time, we all know that black women are the most loyal to black men.
Yeah, they are, and that's a problem. Look at the community.
So that's why I'm saying that y'all are the unicorns, the ones who have never actually dated a black man.
Okay.
So that's
your point?
What's
your point?
I don't get what the point is.
No, you
Okay.
called me a unicorn, and I was just saying that maybe y'all are the unicorns as well.
Okay, so I have a question because you said that the black men that we talk about are the minority. So since most black men are supposedly good, what have they done for black women? Like as a collective, what have black men offered to black women? Because most of the things that black women and men rely on comes from Asian men and white men. Everything we utilize today has came from other groups of people and not black men. So what do you guys offer to us?
And then after that, I'm gonna drop you, Pimp Train. What do you offer?
Pimp Train. I'm a good dude, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Basketball and rap.
Look. I know, real. But look, what do we offer? We offer what we're supposed to offer. What is a man supposed to offer a woman? We're supposed to provide and protect.
Y'all
You guys
do
do
that?
Hell no, that has never been provided to no black woman. Now you need to knock it off.
Seriously.
Really.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Really.
Never
I want
been
to
on.
ask him I want to know what he teaching his son to divest from. Who you teaching him to divest from? Who and what?
I put it on coming one other one. I teach my kids to divest from ratchetness. I teach them to divest from uneducated people. I teach them to divest from I wrote it on there. I put it so clear on something else. I teach him to divest from things that would not make him a better man. And that does not entail only sisters, but it entails any woman that would bring him lower than what he should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's wonderful. Divestment is good, and I hope it serves your son well.
He a freshman right now, so we're gonna find out. I got two other ones too. So
I was by no means thought you only had one child. Believe me.
Believe me. Like 3 of them same woman been rocking for forever. You feel me? Hey, look, I think I did my damn thing. My mama proud of me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this before you go, and I promise you this is the last question.
Okay.
When you go over, do you go over to Kevin Samuels and try to question his logic? Because you said that we are the most loyal and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Do you ever go over there and question why he drags black women the way he does? If we're the most loyal and all.
Okay.
No, because he agreed with him.
Let me say this. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100 with you. We went and dropped my son off early for football camp.
That's not
you
the
deflected.
That's
not the question.
I don't know. Hey, we went and dropped.
You're deflecting.
That's not what she asked you, bro.
Can I say it? So I actually let my wife hear one of the shows before because she never heard of the dude before. And she kind of agreed with me on some of the points. She was like, some of the women feel that they are more than what they are. And then she was like, why he talking to her like that? Hey, it's a middle ground in that whole situation.
Okay, so he's
not identified. She got a lot of sons.
That means no, he won't Kevin Samuels.
So may your blunt be wrapped tight this evening. Have a good one, okay?
Oh my God.
The fuck?
He barely answered my question. Like, he barely answered it.
He never did. He never was going to. It seems like he said that he left his wife.
Sorry. Did he
It
say that
seems
he
like
was with
he
this?
was more interested in just basically saying, I'm different.
Right.
Yeah.
He was trying to prove his point. I'm different.
I mean, but my thing is
You
this.
know,
Never mind. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I mean, what do black men really offer us? And he was just talking about how they give us protection and they provide. When a black man harms me, I have to call a white man to protect me and save me, not another black man. So that's just bullshit. So
Thank you so much,
I
Miss Simmons. I appreciate you. She said, "What in the Dustavius Tavares is going on?" Unless his Cornell kid is a savant, I can't do this. She's so damn crazy.
Yeah, I had a hard time believing that guy was college educated. But anyway, well, and this is another thing where the math doesn't match up. These guys say that the bad ones are a minority and the good ones are a majority. If that's the case, then why is it so hard for women who are interested in dating these men to have a good one if there's so many of them?
It's not
Whoever's
many
not
of
talking,
them.
put yourself on mute because we
It's
can hear
not
some
many
shit
of
in the
them.
back.
I just wanted to talk to the fence sitters for a second, if I could,
Okay.
because I'm the one that was married to a black man, and I understand why people wouldn't want me saying that up here. And this is the last time I'm going to talk because I don't want to take over y'all's space or anything. I support y'all, but two things. I didn't have much to say about this last one until he started talking about his wife because he was talking a bunch of nonsense, and I could tell he was up here wanting to get his ego stroked. But his wife is the type of black woman that will say to other black women, oh, well, you should just be more this or more that, and then black men they'll choose you. Like, there's so many black women that are married to black men that feel that way, and it's weird. It is so weird. And I wanted to just say to the fence sitters, don't see people like me or anybody else and make you think like what that first caller said, oh, well, she was good enough to get a responsible black man or whatever. No, that is abuse when they say stuff like that, because they're just trying to get you to jump through hoops. That's the equivalent of them saying, what do you bring to the table? I didn't bring nothing to the table with my husband. I'm at home right now. He's gone on a business trip and I'm in here talking my shit. But I'm home with my kids. I stay home with my kids every day, all day. I don't pay a single bill. There are black men who are married to other black women that sit up and call him a simp for doing that. Or they act like he's doing something wrong or weird or I'm taking advantage of him. Don't let them make you feel like, oh, if you bring this or if you bring that to the table, then you can get one of them. I don't know. I've met like maybe one or two other stay-at-home black moms in my life, and that's because we move around. So don't let them make you feel like, oh, if you do this or if you do that, then that's why you're not getting chose, because you're not good enough. That's what they're saying to you. And if somebody's saying that to you, take your ball and go home. Don't play those games. Like, do not play those games.
Period.
Like, I
I like
straight
how
up
they
out
try
of
to make
college
it
got
like,
married. You don't need to bring nothing to the table for a man that wants you. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna hop off.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming up. Don't make it your last time.
All right.
DZ, I like how they try to make it seem like you need to try out, like this is a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader tryout to get or to be with one of them. When they were like, oh, well, you need to try harder. It's like, try harder for what? To be like a
No.
baby mother?
Nobody's going to do that at all. If you got any sense in your fucking head, you would not compete for one of them. Just like competing to get herpes. Thank you, Kay Sloan. I appreciate you. And she brought up a good point. She said, also, if the bad ones are the minority, quote unquote, then why is his son divesting? The truth wouldn't need to divest. I'm sorry. The son wouldn't need to divest if the community wasn't drowning in degeneracy. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome to the panel, Colored
100.
Girl.
Hello, how are y'all doing?
Awesome sauce.
You?
The nigga was burning my brain cells with the nigga tree.
Hey, it just is what it is. That means it's par for the course around this bitch. Thank
The
you,
nigga
Marie.
tree needs translation.
I appreciate
I
you,
don't
Marie.
speak nigga.
Yeah, I don't speak Dusties. I don't do. Listen.
Niggalese.
Right, right.
Niggalese,
I can't do it.
or nigga tree, however you want to call it.
Let me bring pickles and jelly up here, and then I got a little bit more time for anybody else that wants smoke. Whether you have a veg or a dust log, I am up here for one more round of smoke. If you
Right.
don't agree with what we're saying, or you think you can really come up here and convince us with a name like P Train that you're not Dusty.
Has
P
this
Train,
been
I
your
hope you
first one? Sorry,
my first what?
the roast or
This is my first smoke show. I've
your first
never
smoke show?
ever had a smoke show. I usually
Okay.
have the mammies take the link, but they never do. So when you put smoke in the title, that goes for everybody. And if you want some smoke, I'm here. This is your grand opportunity to make your weekend great, bitch.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm alright. I think honestly, when black men gaslight us about our experiences, to be quite honest, it's pretty triggering because it's like okay, this it's one thing that's for someone to say, oh, this happened to me, right? It's a personal experience. Then everyone else on the panel says, okay, it happened to us too. Okay, well, it could just be a convening, you know, just so happens to be that these are, we're the type of women who are convening together. When you pull a statistic, right, and it's not a lone statistic, it's not from some random source, okay, these are from like actual, like long standing research centers and, people who, study human behavior and stuff. And it's all saying the same thing. It's the same number over and over again. It's like a fact is a fact. That's why I say, like, people say, oh, men are so logical. Men,
That's a
I
lie from the pit of
the-
hell. They
t-
not
the-
logical at
yeah,
all.
yeah, men can be very emotional. We're just men and women are emotional about different things. Men going back and forth with a man, that's why I don't engage them to a certain degree about, if I see it, I believe my eyes. I'm not going to try to, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say, hey, this is what's going on. It's fucked up. I need help. Now, if I say that one time and you're trying to gaslight me, I say it one more time and you're still coming at me with the bullshit. There's no, it's weird. These black men online, they love to debate. Debate about what?
It's not just online. You ever seen a street corner in New York City? They stand up there dressed like,
The
are you?
Hebrew Niggalites. The
Yeah,
Hebrew Niggalites. They
right.
dress up, put on the Power Ranger purple Kool-Aid
Yeah, it's
garment.
just not on the internet. It's
It's
everywhere.
embarrassing.
And they're
It's
anti for the sake of
embarrassing.
being anti. The shit is stupid as fuck.
There's one more point that I'd like to make. Because the
Hmm.
guy, Piss Train was talking about how his son
I'm
at
screaming.
His train.
corn Piss Train. I said it. Piss Train. At the he's talking about how his son at Cornell. Yeah, my son does the same thing. He does. Is that new for a black man to go to Ivy League and all of a sudden, all of
No.
there's a chance I might make something close to $1 million going to this Ivy League. Mm, let me divest. That's the whole. Is that unusual for them to realize? Oh wait, life is really turning around. Let me leave these niggas behind, including other black men who look like himself. So that's not really a brag, okay? That's not
He was
really a
talking out
brag,
of both
Piss
sides of his
Train.
neck. He was.
I wouldn't be bragging, Piss Train, because your son's going to be giving it to another community of another race. That's why we have no generational wealth. There's no such thing as, oh, black generational wealth. And you're like, well, we need to build, the white community, they build, all
You
these
so
other
funny, pickles
communities
and jelly.
build.
Let me get the island girl. Island girl, welcome to the panel, honey.
Hey, DZ.
Hey, hey.
I'm sorry. I'm just thoroughly entertained by this whole conversation. I mean, apes really show their ass every single day. The first one talking about you have to work hard to find an ape. I'm like, you think I'm going to work hard for something I'm not going to get any return on, especially, ugh, I don't even know what to say. The second one who claimed
I'm an athlete. I'm a good dude. His son's supposedly going to Cornell. Of course, you're a big ass nigga. Of course, you're an athlete. Of course, you more than likely pass school because somebody takes
I
it.
don't believe his son is going to Cornell.
I
I
don't believe
don't.
it either. It's a joke. He's just saying
Because
it
the
Yeah.
just
thing
so I
is
can say
this,
it.
everybody's nuts on the internet, and the last thing you want to do is yell out your child's school
Right.
to a
Yeah.
bunch of people. His son is not going to Cornell. We was just doing role play right there. I don't believe that shit for a second. I don't think all of his
He's just trying to
children
boost
come from the
himself.
same mama. That
They're
was
not.
no, absolutely not. You wouldn't
I don't
tell
believe
nobody
it
what school
either.
your kids go to. Really?
But listen, if you do the math on what he said, it took him 8 years to marry her. He said, we've been together since 2001, and I've been married for 12 years. So she probably had all them kids. Just
I'm
the math
dead.
alone, she started having all the babies before he put a ring on it. So he just confirms what we already said.
And Dusties don't like math. They came up and roasted the shit out of math.
Right. And they like to talk shit about how nobody want us. We the women y'all want. That's why y'all mad.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the
They
No.
problem.
bring up
Oh,
marriage and
sir, this person with my face. I'm sorry, sir. You started out donating $5. I assume you're running out of change because I now you donating this too, and your super chat's not even lasting that long. If you wanted to talk to me, just come up here. I'll talk to you.
You
I'll
see
make
the
your dream come
goddamn
true,
thing.
baby.
You see the link.
girl,
Come up here unapologetic. Let's go.
you're
Yeah,
Because
so
you've
come
been
up
being
here.
a pussy for a long time.
Long
Just
time.
the link is in the chat. Bring your ass. One of my moms, please throw that link in that chat. Unapologetic. If you don't bring your ass up here, I'm gonna block you. So get your ass up here.
He want my
you in a
attention so
rush
bad. I
to
just want to give it to him.
oh
Oh
my
my
broke
god.
ass. This
He's
is
I'm
running out of
looking
money,
for
DC.
you.
I think he want to come. You run out of money, so I just want you to stop giving your change, so you can come up here because I see the number was decreasing every time you donated.
This is
Most
too
people who
funny.
want attention, the number go up, but
He needs to put 100 with his ugly broke ass.
girl,
girl, you stole
Yes.
him to get this money.
girl.
Bring your ass on. I know your iPhone 2 moves a little slow, but you need to get your ass up here. That damn phone probably older than. Is this you? Let me see. And
Oh.
is it you?
Hey.
God damn it. I
Well.
thought that was this stupid motherfucker. I
What's
wanted
wrong?
to drag him.
Oh, all right.
What you
I'll
got to
get out and
add?
let you go on and drag.
No,
I
you
was just
No,
gonna
good.
say that.
He wasn't coming up here anyway, girl.
you could stay, honey. I just thought I was getting ready to make some white scrapes down the back of his elbows because I'm enjoying the smoke. Y'all won't get this shit on Wednesday, bitch. I promise you. Go ahead. What you got to add, beautiful?
I was just gonna say that no other man says I'm a good white man. I'm a good Chinese man.
Yeah,
All
they don't.
men benefit from lower.
Are you
Hold on a
running from
second.
somebody?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, it sounded like she was running from some damn body. Let me know if I got to call 911. I got you, sis. I got you. I don't know where you at, but I'll tell them to trace your IP address.
Nah, I was just outside. I'm back in the house.
Okay.
Uh,
Catch your breath.
so, all right. I was just gonna say that men like that benefit from men being on the low because it lowers your standards for what quote a good man is. They all benefit from it because if think about what he said, I have a job, I have the mother, I married the mother of my kids. All my kids have the same father. That's basic man stuff. You
By
don't deserve a
default,
cookie for that.
he was admitting that that's not normal in his neighborhood, and he don't understand that he was dragging himself. I'm
Mhm.
a good one, and then he turned around and said, "You talking about the small percentage? It can't be the same thing. If you're telling me you have a job and that makes you an exceptional nigga, then that means that what? Most niggas in your area don't have a job. Come on, with
Don't
your
have shit.
non-Cornell going to school, son. P Train, you tried it.
They brag on the
Piss
bare
train,
minimum.
catch a knee.
I'm
They
insecure.
benefit from them.
Sir, you screenshotted my picture and you're donating pocket change, but I'm
You still
insecure.
insecure.
You're so weird. You niggas is so weird, dog. Like,
It's a
and y'all
Deezy, you
big
wonder
know what
why
that
nobody take y'all serious. This is why they don't take y'all serious.
This man made a
Deezy, you know
whole
what that
account
reminds
with
me
your
of?
face on it.
He has
How you keep
multiple
changing his name?
accounts. He
Like,
has
oh my
multiple names.
god,
I
that's
think you've
fucked
You
up.
got.
guys
He's
should
so
ignore
weird.
the trolls who only give dollars. They need to give
Girl, that's
something
what I'm
more.
saying.
Who
He running out of
donated
Like
money.
$2? $2. Two.
broke
Y'all stop
asses.
giving him the link. He not gonna come up here. We've been on here 2 hours. Like,
We're cutting
I'm
into
just giving you
his
your shine today, sir.
we're
I
cutting
wish
into
some
his ramen
mammies would come up
noodles
here.
stash.
I want a mammy to come up here.
The link is
Look,
down there.
DZ,
Princess of
remember?
Zion, you can come up here too, sis. Since she's saying we're bitter because we talk about black men, I will
Okay,
always talk about the black men.
whoever's not talking, step down so Princess of Zion can come and tell me where I'm wrong. Anybody want to step down and give the mammy the seat?
I will,
I mean,
but I'll be back.
I'll step down since I said what I pretty much wanted to say. Love y'all.
Love you too. Peace,
Can,
baby.
Bye.
DZ, I
Bye.
want to say something real quick. Remember the movie Boys in the Hood when Trey, which was the dad, was saying something about I take care of my kids, and then Angela Bassett's character was like, "That's what you're supposed to do." It's like black men want a prize for doing what other men do inherently. They just know to take care of their kids. Nobody has to tell them or give them any Scooby snacks to take care of their kids. But black men act like them doing what they're supposed to do, have a job, go to college, not have kids out of wedlock, not have kids all over the metroplex. They act like that they're doing something special. Like you just doing what other men have already been doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's why they want to keep the goals low. They want the bar low so that they can reach it some kind of way if they want to. I mean,
Prince,
nobody has to say I'm a good one. Nobody
Princess
really has to.
Zion, Princess Zion, I'm going to take it that you don't believe what you said. You don't believe we're divisive. You don't believe any of that stuff that you're saying because you would be willing to come and defend it. A couple of things could be true. The link is down there. One or two things. You either don't believe it or you have a shit log between your legs. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because a lot of these dusties make accounts pretending to be everything that they not. They make white male accounts, they make black women accounts, and they make Becky accounts. So if you believe that we're divisive, I would love to know why. I would love to know why.
Yeah.
So,
They said we're
Yeah.
causing division.
and there's
Division.
a seat open. There's a seat wide fucking open, ready for your ass to sit right there.
Shit, I'll
Zion,
step down
Princess.
too. They want to come up here.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You know what my question is when people be saying, "Oh, you being divisive." Name one time where we were all together. I can't.
Yeah.
That's
When were
true.
we? When was the black man with the black woman exclusively? Name one time in history. I bet a motherfucker can't do it.
Nope.
Yeah, because then they say that black women are causing this division between black men and black women. But my thing is this: black men and black women have never been together. Like the day that black men allowed for us to be on that plantation was the day that they broke us apart. They did that. That was their
Say it
fault.
again. Say it
So
again.
black men and black
Amen.
women have never been together. When you see these black male comedians making a mockery out of us, how was we together then? When Tyler Perry made that movie, Diary of an Angry Black Woman, trying to paint this narrative that we're just angry for no reason, were we together then? Where when black men said that they like red bones and light skins with good hair, were we together then? So I'm confused as to why when we say something now all of a sudden we're causing division. Black men and black women have never been together, and if us speaking out against black men being anti-black is us breaking up the black community, well then there you go, that should tell you something about the black community.
Yeah. Maybe
Vanessa.
they are saying, well, you're dividing the community because you're getting other black women to peel off and divest. But that's their
Okay,
greatest fear.
here we go, y'all. The seat
There's-
has been taken.
Oh Lord.
Black skin is amazing. How may I help thee?
Oh God. And she's got an 8 in the profile pic. Ugh.
Black skin is amazing. Are you there? Do you have a pulse? Can you
Yes, I'm here.
can you okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, sir? How may I help you? What's your
Well,
demographic? What you about?
I'm ADOS, FBA, black male. I love being
Okay.
black.
Okay.
Just wanted to say, at first when I first heard your channel, I was like, man, this woman is really bitter. But when you think about what black women have gone through, slavery, Jim Crow, the heroin and crack epidemic,
That's because of y'all.
I could understand some of the ferocity that comes from you when you said that Tommy Sotomayor was your main guy that got you fired up and said, "Fuck it, I'm coming back firing." So I get it. I get your pain. I get it that black women are at the bottom socially. I get
Oh
it.
my God.
So
Let me let me
Don't
know.
you AIDS
Wait a minute.
Y'all
Wait a
are at
minute,
the
y'all.
bottom
don't
socially.
Wait a minute, y'all. Let
you
him
AIDS ape.
finish digging this hole, and when he's done, I'll retort. Keep going. We're at the bottom socially. Okay, keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. Well, this lady was on Lexus Exodus show, which I know you like, and
Yeah,
she
she's a
was
wonderful human being. Lexus
yeah.
Exodus is the shit.
Okay, great. She had a lady on, femicide, American femicide, brother. She
Black
does it right.
femicide, get it
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And she said that black women were at the bottom of the totem pole socially in the black community and in the white community. This is what she
Hmm.
said. You can go to her live stream,
Hmm.
and that's what she said. So I was like,
Hmm.
wow, I didn't realize that. So I could see, even though the white man was the one who enslaved us together as a people,
Hmm.
shadow slavery, and the white man was the one who Jim Crowed us. So
Y'all
350
love
years
slavery.
we've been this.
Wait a
No, hang,
minute,
Let
hang,
them
y'all.
talk.
hang, hang,
Go
hang
ahead.
on.
Listen, don't let him trigger you. This man means absolutely nothing in the big scheme of thing, and
Nothing
you're
at
Yeah,
getting
all.
yeah.
and you're getting triggered. Wait a minute, Hotep man, hold up. He means absolutely nothing in the big scheme of things. Don't let him trigger you into turning it into a fiasco. I got it. I got this. He came up with the smoke. And by the way, thank you, Tom, for the generous super chat. I appreciate you. You and Miss Simmons is flushed,
Yes,
okay?
thank you for that $100 bill, boo.
Free Derek.
Right. So are you done? Is it my turn yet? Or do I need, or are we getting ready to hear like another 67 seconds of you rambling?
No. I just wanted to say, like, yeah, you can't dispute it was the white man that enslaved us together in
Hmm.
America for 350 years. It wasn't the black man. If
Hmm.
the black man sold us in Africa, right, to the white man, but the white man brought us here on slave ships and enslaved the white man. Brad did it for 250 years of shadow slavery, and Brad Jim Crowed us, and Brad also lynched black women along with black men. Black women were raped and murdered and slaughtered and sold at auction blocks along with black men.
You
We,
let that
we were
happen.
all in it together for 350 years. And then the crack hair epidemic brought in, the white man brought it in. They brought in weapons. So yeah,
Hotep
we've been
man,
through. No, so
Hotep
let me
man,
finish.
don't be rude.
No,
Don't make me mute you because
no,
you're
no.
rambling and you're not letting me speak on my
Yeah,
own panel. Don't be
okay,
rude.
I'm sorry. I
You're
respect.
okay. I'm gonna have to mute you because you're doing that. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're making a lot of points, and what you're trying to do is rapid fire them so that you can get them all out and then jump off the panel. That's exactly what you're doing. So I'm gonna go to the points that you already made. Do you know with slavery, Jim Crow, right? Chattel slavery, as you called it, and
Yeah,
everything in between.
yeah.
Whose job was it to protect us from that?
We were all slaves. We
Oh
we
my
belong. No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no.
wait, wait,
But we were
wait,
slaves. It
wait,
wasn't our
wait.
job. We
I
were
know
slaves.
that. I know that. I know that we were all slaves. I'm asking you, why didn't black men stop that shit from happening? They were the men in the community. Why did we all get enslaved?
Are you talking about on African continent, or are you talking
I'm
about in
talking
America?
about you see, see, that's why I stopped you from talking. It's because you hit a lot of points and now you're confused as to what I'm saying because you went from slavery all the way to Jim Crow, and that was a lot of years. So
Yeah, go ahead.
anything that happened, who has their Discord notifications on? Anyway, anyway,
Sorry.
listen, out of all that atrocious shit that happened to black folks, whose job, and I mean whose job, that's all I want to know. Was it to protect the women and children of that society? Go.
In America, it was the white man. The white man should have
It
protected
was
all of
his
us.
job to.
No, the white man should have protected us. He owned us. Like
so, so,
when you own a
so,
dog, when you own a dog, it's your job to protect the dog. We
so
were
you're
like
a
Oh
dogs.
my God.
y'all. You heard
DZ.
what? Wait a minute. You heard what he said. He said he was a dog. He said he was not empowered to be able to
I
protect
said
you.
we were
I
like
I
dogs.
hope I hope and pray that y'all heard everything that he said. He is functioning as a child, okay? He's functioning as a child, no better than a toddler. He's saying that he can't do nothing for you. He was not able to do anything for you. And we talking about hundreds of years of oppression, right? And he does not want to say that he was supposed to protect you. So today, when they're telling you that they're not going to protect you, honey, you're not missing out on anything. You mammies ought to be ashamed of yourself. You mammies are why he exists. He thought that saying that the white man was supposed to protect all of us, that he was correct. This is y'all's fault. This is the shit y'all putting out. Y'all remember earlier when I had that box braid situation up there. Y'all have made these boys think that it's another man's job to protect them. This is a hot ass mess. And if you don't divest immediately, it's on you, sis. Now, next time you're muted, it's because you're going on and on and on. Now you watch this. Anything else?
No, what I want to say that you black women divesting from Blackistan, I totally agree with you. There is no black community anyway. We have black communities with Black Wall Street and things like that. So I agree with every single woman on this panel to divest. Like I was born in the white suburbs, right? My black mother divested from the black community. And my father, we grew up in a sea of white people.
Take it slow because you're getting ready to start telling a story. And
No,
what
no,
you're doing.
yeah. My point is that I was born in a divested situation. My mother was divested. My father was divested.
Let me tell you
So
this.
I agree with you.
Skin. Let me tell you this, black skin. You see how you're telling me your life story? I'm so divested that I don't give a fuck where you came from. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with me, but what you have to do is respect lanes. I'm sure you're over on your side of YouTube town talking all kind of shit about people. And guess what? That's your right to do that. What you guys have a problem with is hearing what other people have to say, and that's not the adult way. But
I'm
I don't
listening.
expect for you to act like an adult because you just said that another group of men was supposed to protect you. Okay, and that's out of order. Mammies,
it's
come
not.
get your man.
Well, may I say something else? Divested.
You sure
Zealot?
can. Yes, you sure
It-
can.
it's like this. When I said the white man should have protected us, it's like Hitler should have protected the Jews. That's all. He shouldn't have
Listen,
did what he
don't.
did.
It's another
Hit-
group of people. It's
No, Hitler
always.
should have
Hey,
protected the Jews.
don't say Hitler over here. I think you're doing that shit on purpose
Okay, I won't
because
say
you
it,
know
but I'm
that's
just saying.
that's a trigger word for
Okay,
YouTube.
no, but the Jews should have been protected, and we should have been
Don't
protected
say
as a
Jay
people.
either. Don't say Jay either. You know exactly what you're doing because I'm sure you have a channel where you're spewing bullshit.
No,
So
no, I just said divested zealot. I respect you and every black woman divesting from Blackistan. I agree with you. I
okay,
agree
well
with you.
that's going to be your business, right?
So
That's your
I
business. It's good that it's happened, but it's of
yeah,
no
I agree.
consequence to the women that are here.
No, I'm
If
just
you
saying, as a black man, I agree with you, and I'm for all you divesting from Blackistan. I'm just saying, I agree with you. There's no
okay,
dispute. You
that's
have every right.
that's the same thing the last guy said, and then they come up here, right, and try to make it to where they're presenting themselves as if they're agreeing with you, and then go spewing a whole bunch of shit that makes no sense after that.
No, I simply agree with you
Okay,
without condition. I agree with you, divested zealot, and every black woman who has divested from Blackistan. I tell everyone, my sister has divested. We grew up divested, so I agree with everyone. I'm divested from the black community. I've never lived in the black community, so
okay,
but I love my black people, right? But I don't
okay.
live around them because, as you know, it's very dangerous, a lot of trouble. I live in the
Uh-huh.
white suburbs, so I agree
Uh-huh.
with you, divested zealot. You got a white man. Congratulations, and everybody else, whether you got a white man, black man, do
So
like
you
do
nested
those.
in another
No,
community. You nested in
no,
another community. You
no. That
soft-spoken, condescending
He
ape.
already he
You
already
nested in
said
another community.
he already said that he expected another group of men to protect him. So I know you're not surprised that he said he ran to another man's community.
no.
But
I
I
know
I
you.
thought black men were the strongest men on this planet, though. I thought
yeah,
that
we are
black men were
genetically.
physically. Okay,
No,
so then why did you let that
Silence.
happen?
You soft-spoken ape. You ape,
Please
Yeah,
bruh.
but
don't
what?
do
Sorry.
that. Wait,
But doesn't that make you
you gotta
hang on?
knock that off peanut butter and jelly or
But
pickles and jelly. Don't
yeah,
do that because you're gonna get us flagged.
yeah. I'm just saying. Well, doesn't it? Yeah, if your father's black, wouldn't that make him the same animal? Like, I don't get
Yes,
you
Huh?
calling us that.
Yeah.
yes, yes, he
Oh,
is.
so
My
you're
fucking father is an animal. Yes, he is.
wow. Okay, let me ask you this then. Okay, Lexus Exodus has a black son. Is he one of those
Ask
animals too?
Lexus Exodus. I've never met her baby, and if
No,
he's
no,
a
but she has an 11-year-old son. She says it all the time in her live stream. She's very
he
proud.
is
Is
a
he
child.
okay when he
Wait,
grows to
y'all know
18?
y'all
Is he an
daddies?
animal? No, hang on. When he turns 18, is he an animal too? Lexus
Ask
Exodus
Lexus
son?
Exodus. Ask Lexus Exodus. I know that you're an animal,
Okay. Well,
and
anybody.
I'm
you
surprised I know y'all
guys.
daddies. I don't know
Oh my
mine.
god.
Well, we're all
Congratulations, you
human
know your dad.
animals.
You don't know hers.
I just met him at
So,
40. I can
did
see why
y'all
he would
just
stay
see what
around.
else he did right there?
What
Yeah.
did
He
I do?
tried to create division between me and another divested woman.
Yep.
Y'all have to
Just
watch
Yep.
out for these
watching.
little tactics, okay?
I was just asking you a
I
question.
peeped that. I
Why
know
do you
what
have to
you're
ask her
doing.
though? Ask Lex Exodus.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
she
Lexus
no,
Exodus' son.
no, she doesn't do a live stream smoke. If she did a live stream smoke, I would
So
ask.
you can easily comment. I mean, why are you asking DZ?
Well,
That's
because
not her place to answer.
well, I just asked her. That's all. It's yes or no. That's all she
Well,
said.
she's not answering it, so move
Well,
on.
let me ask you, ladies. Do you think Lexus Exodus' son when he turns 18?
I'm
Nigga,
not
we
woman
not.
answering
Boy,
that.
get your
Dude, what
ass
is
the
your
fuck on.
problem?
Like, what are you
Next
doing?
Right.
You're trying
question.
to put us against each other. Go,
You
like,
no,
say
okay.
something
You
else. Say something
gossiping.
else. Say something
Well,
else.
I
Goofball.
support you.
Say something else.
I
Listen, I'm
support you.
uncomfortable with you continually talking about children
Okay.
because black children are
Okay.
the ones that are molested more than any
Okay.
other
Let's
child.
skip that.
So
Let's
yes,
skip that.
skip the child.
Okay, let's go back to the. So I'm just saying that I agree with you, black women, to divest from Blackistan. I believe everyone should. There is no black community. We have black communities like Black Wall Street.
And it's
The white
men
man,
like
the
you
white man.
where it's your fault. It's men
No,
like
it's
you where it's your
no,
fault.
it's
You
never our
soft
fault.
spoken, condescending
Fuck
ape.
Black Wall
You
Street
came
got
on here and you
anything.
tried to bring up other
She said you can't
YouTubers
call me
to
that word. You
create.
can't use that word.
Susan Jelly, I'm gonna have to put you from up here if you use that word
Yeah,
again, baby.
don't
I
disrespect
have to
Listen,
go.
no,
Divested
I have
you
to
Zealot.
don't
go. I
you
can't.
don't correct her from
Yeah,
up here.
shut the fuck up.
You don't
Okay,
correct her.
I'm standing up for
Now,
you, Divested Zealot.
no,
No,
you're
well,
not.
she's
No,
Oh
you're
my
leaving.
not.
god, I
I'm
can't.
quiet.
I
Bye.
can't. Get the fuck out. Like,
And
this
you
is
keep talking
No,
about
ridiculous.
I'm
Black
talking to
Wall
Divested
Street.
Zealot.
Who destroyed Black Wall Street and who allowed for them to do it? Black
Trinity,
men.
Trinity. I'm getting you. Listen,
Thank you.
black skin, you getting ready to go from up here. I hope you feel complete. I hope you feel like you were heard, but no one cares what you think at this point. It's too late. It's
Okay.
over. It's
Oh,
over. So may your Hennessy hit the spot.
I don't drink Hennessy. I don't drink
Boy, get the
alcohol.
fuck.
in
He
here.
educated
Alright.
Lane. He an
Drink,
educated.
well, drink jizz. I don't care what
Bussy.
you speak.
Bussy was
Drink
leaking all
jizz.
over the stage.
I can't.
I'm so sorry, divested. I've
Yes.
never been triggered like that.
See, that's
Honestly,
the thing,
Yeah, y'all
y'all.
let them trigger
men
you.
who
Like,
nest
Yeah.
in other communities, black men
Hold
who
on a
nest in
second.
other
And your mic is
communities.
fucking up too, by the way. Let me tell y'all something real quick. If you still are triggered by anything that they say when they don't own, control nothing, that's an issue. That
right.
man cannot provide you with anything. He already admitted that he can't protect you. They don't have any resources. So anything that's falling out of his mouth is word vomit. It means nothing. Nothing. So I don't want you to get triggered by the dude, the Dusty, and then it costs me. You see how that works? You can't cost me in order to
Right,
get at
right.
him. So, but anyway, y'all, when we gonna do this again? I think this shit should be once a month, maybe. But next time it's not going to be the Dusties. The Dusties trigger motherfuckers too much. I want some mammies to come up here. We never get a mammy. We never get a mammy.
Apparently, there's somebody who wants to join, but she said people were blocking her.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and toss this soul from here. There's a free seat up here. That'll be the last smoke I do. Sis, hit the link. I'm waiting on you in particular, whoever it is that just said that shit.
I think it's the jazzy person.
DZ, you see how they always being hypocritical, talking about they the strongest men and they gods, and how are you a god and you can't defend yourself?
Yeah.
How are
400
you
years.
how are you a god and everybody can control you like a fucking puppet on a string? Girl,
I love how
Been
he still loves
400
the question
years.
about.
I can't take the delusion they live in. I can't take the delusion.
As
I
somebody
love how he
with a
still.
black son, can I speak on that? I had to
Speak
come
on
back.
what?
I'm sorry. He was up here asking about Lexus Exodus' son. I have a black son and a black daughter. I'm gonna teach my daughter to divest. My son, that's up to his daddy. That's up to their daddies to determine whether they seen as apes in society or not. That is not for black women to
I might
decide
have to end
how
this,
men
y'all,
are
because y'all gonna
seen.
get us flagged around this bitch.
I'm sorry.
The A word is for the discourses.
I'm sorry. I was triggered because I hate when they do that. Oh, you got a black son. Yes, I have a black son, but that is up to his daddy to decide
Why do
how
you feel
black.
the need to explain yourself to him though? That's
Right.
that's my
Mhm.
thing. Because it's like you left, right? And then you came back because of something the Dusty said. So that means there's a lot of work to be done. I didn't think none of these Dusties would be able to trigger into y'all. Truth be
Right.
told, I didn't think he would be able to. But I was
That's
wrong about
true.
that. We got some more work to do apparently because the dust, and they know it. They know it. That's why he came up here saying all that nonsense, because he knew that would trigger somebody. But any
It kills
motherfucking way.
me how they just jump over the fact that in Africa, the people that were sold into slavery for trinkets were black men. They sold their own enemies into
Yep.
slavery. So it would never exist had y'all not been ratchet in the first place. That's how we got here.
Yep.
Because y'all,
They
instead of dealing with your problems, you sold them into slavery for trinkets.
they know that. They're fully aware of it. They're being intellectually dishonest. And they spin narratives just to either trigger you or try to get folk on their side to treat them like babies. He
I
literally said he wanted somebody to protect him. And
yeah.
then they're threatening to not protect you. Y'all, your mammies, y'all got some splaining to do. But anyway, I'm getting ready to drag. Lord have mercy. This one was interesting as fuck. I can tell you that much. Mammy, are you coming up or no? What is her name, unapologetic?
I think it's Jazzy something. She was arguing
Hmm.
with the people in the comments.
While we're waiting for the mammy, I just wanted to point out again that they never check the men and they never ask them, well, don't you have daughters? Why are you saying this about black women? You know, she's going to grow up to be a black woman one day. What are you teaching her? How are you nurturing her and making sure she doesn't make the same mistakes that you think that the majority of black women are making?
Her name is Jazzy Love. She says she's trying
Jazzy
to.
Love.
If
Okay,
she
I
want to
gotta
come up,
have.
I'll follow.
Okay, because I want her to have a seat because
Not go to.
I don't want her to be able to say that she couldn't get up here. So Jazzy Love, refresh your screen a couple times once you see them falling off. Let me move her and clear a seat for you.
It can be 10 people up.
Okay, Jazzy, there is 2 seats available right now. So I'm looking for you because I would love to see what defense you have for these Dusties. It would be lovely for you to come up here and break our mammy cherry, okay? Because mammies don't come up here. Thank you, Nisha. She said this live was lit. It was off the chain. It was off the chain. Y'all have to know that y'all are doing something very, very great, very, very special because they are losing their shit. They coming up here lying. They coming up here revising history. They coming up here arguing, and they can't wait to click the link because they're trying to keep you in that bucket. Right now it's Saturday night, so I know that there's a mammy live as fuck right now. Why aren't they there? Because they already got them in pocket. They want to keep you in pocket. Jazzy, are you coming, honey? I'm just looking at the chat.
She keeps
I
saying
don't
she
see.
tried to join.
Okay, try again because there's 2 seats as you can see. One is available for you to try and tell us, what's going on.
Biddy just called someone a turd slurper.
How much you want to
Um,
bet she not going to join? She's
yeah,
not.
she probably not. She's probably not. But check it out. This has been a wonderful live. I didn't know that you Dusties were so anxious to talk to me. I thought you just wanted to troll and this, that, and the third. But I'll tell you like this. What you did answer was the fact that I know that you're scared as fuck. You are so scared that this movement is going to grow and you won't have a soft place to land when you fall on your ass. And I get it. I get it. But you're going to have to go somewhere else because these ladies over here already know the tea. They know you're not shit. They're well versed in history. Over there in the mammy camps, you got Aldi cashiers and burger flippers. Over here, there's pharmacists. There's a couple of doctors. There's 2 lawyers, and there's a lot of nurses and several business owners. So you're not going to be able to flip that script over here. You got to go over there to the Aldi cashier that can't give you a bag when you come in there and buy your bussy dush. All right. And I still don't see Jazzy. So I appreciate y'all coming up out of this bitch. And I love you to pieces as usual. Thank you for everybody that super chatted. Love you, girl. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
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 Bye.